99, back when I was working in the Brazos Valley. You're familiar with that area.
Indeed.
Okay, well, how do you want to do this? Are we going to do a little bet? Is it just? I don't want to ruin our friendship.
There's no ruining the friendship. It's all house money, as far as I'm concerned. I'd love for it to happen.
I have an idea for a bet.
What do you got, Jimmy? What do you got?
I don't think the family's going to like it. Okay, the winner gets the loser's dog.
No.
And I'm rooting for the Knicks because Bex is driving me nuts, and I'm okay if you win this year, dude. You can win.
No, I think we got to think of something that's a little less disturbing.
Which eyes?
Susie wouldn't like that, right?
No, don't like it at all. I don't know. How about $100 to the other guy's charity?
Now we're talking.
There we go.
A little charity.
Let's go.
Okay, then I need to find a charity, is what you're telling me.
Okay. Yeah.
It can be you, this guy.
Or $100 to St. Jude. Either way, there's a winner, and the rest of it's for Pride. How does that sound?
Oh, okay. Isn't that Costanza Fund? What fund?
The Human Fund.
Human Fund.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll be the Human Fund.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Okay, guaranteed. Let's do a hundo. It'll be fun. I picked your Knicks before the Western Conference Finals was over, and I'm sticking with my pick. I'm sticking with your Knicks.
Okay, I hear you. Woo. And tomorrow, and thanks for the call, Jimmy. Tomorrow, when maybe A.J. Brown's acquisition by the Patriots takes over this program.
That would be nice.
As you heard Tom Pelissero, did you hear that? We'll talk more about the finals matchup tomorrow. Did you pick up on Tommy P saying that a 2028 first-round pick is going to be the centerpiece?
I have seen that floating around. Yeah.
I'm wondering what the reason for that is. Do the Patriots not have one next year?
Not that I'm aware of.
Did they forfeit it?
Yeah, now that's always
possible
on the table. Yeah.
Of 100 in the other round.
Or the Eagles are like, next year you guys are going to be too good to the point where we'd rather roll the dice that you won't be as good in 2028?
That seems unlikely.
I don't know what it is.
I mean, have you watched us play?
Patriots don't want to cough it up? I don't know.
Probably don't want to cough it up.
I don't know. So, there we go.
Yeah. No, they got a first rounder next year, so I don't know.
Oh, as you know, when Brown's news breaks, the Miz is on a plane reacting to it. That happened to the moment where he realized that they weren't going to draft Travis Hunter, and they traded away the rights to do that. But
is this now?
Apparently, tell me this isn't
24 minutes ago.
No way.
Yeah, because it's from his.
He's at 35,000 feet.
Oh, he posted it?
Yeah, he posted it.
Oh man.
New way.
Listen. I'll send him what I said about it. I think this is fine. I think this is what the Browns need to do. How does that sound?
I'm with you.
They're not ready to win now. They're just not ready to win now. No. They're not ready to win now, and you want to win. Miles is a win now piece. Clearly, the Rams proved that.
Yeah.
They're not ready to win now. And by win, I mean the whole damn shooting match. That's what you want. You want to give the Browns fans something that Cubs fans got years ago, right? Now you can, that's what Bills fans are eager to get right now. Lions fans, you want to win the whole damn shooting match. And by the time you're ready to win the whole damn shooting match, if you're lucky, what is Garrett, 32? And he's not going to get you Jared Verse, a 1, a 2, and a 3. Just not. Now he will. Last year, he could have been, multiple firsts, but maybe not Jared Verse. I mean, how many sacks worse will they be? 4, 5? Well, potentially? I mean, I know he just broke the sack record. You're just assuming he's not going to do it again.
Jared had 7.5 last year, so.
Let's say 20, maybe,
that's what you're hoping for. You're hoping Verse is going to go off and he won't be as good. Right. I don't know.
The Verse
even if you're 8 off, 9 off, come on now. I mean, collectively, maybe you're going to get. I know what I'm saying doesn't make sense to maybe Browns fans, but everything else that you built around these kids that you've gotten the last 2 years, they're growing up together, and it's just Monken's got to be the right fit. That's it. He's got to be the guy who can put it all together and be a guy that everyone's going to follow and follow his voice and follow his essence, and he's got a new culture, and that's the way it's going to go. I don't know if he's that guy. But he's been a walking soundbite so far, and to me, that shows a personality that maybe he's showing off inside, and you go follow him to freedom. But I'd push back on the Miz right there. I don't think this is.
Yeah, but you can't push back like that's your first.
I know. I get it. I get it. But you know, when he calls in, he's still going to have the Browns 17.
Yeah, of course. They're still winning those Super Bowls.
We're back to wrap this in a second. Rich Eisen here. Running a small business means every hire matters. A bad hire costs time and money, but the right one helps your business grow. The challenge? Finding that person without sorting through resumes. That's where LinkedIn Hiring Pro comes in. It screens candidates so you can focus on conversations with qualified talent. With Hiring Pro, you can hire with confidence and build the team you need. Join the 2.7 million small businesses using LinkedIn to hire. Get started by posting your job for free at linkedin.com/Eisen. Terms and conditions apply.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. It's a fruity candy flavor explosion, and I mean explosion. Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots, a zero sugar treat that's sweet tooth approved. These can take care of my candy cravings and provides a tasty caffeine kick without all the sugar. Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. Get candy flavored chaos with Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. Available online at 5hourenergy.com or Amazon.
This is a Pirate Radio Sports Break. I'm Shirley Rhodes. In the UFL yesterday, it was the Louisville Kings over the Columbus Aviators, 45-27. Former Pirate wide receiver Isaiah Winstead helped the Kings pick up a crucial first down and then caught this touchdown pass to finish it off.
Carey will heave this one to the middle of the field, and that pass is somehow caught. How did it end up in the hands of Isaiah Winstead? Carey to the end zone, jump ball, it's caught! Isaiah Winstead! What a drive for the Kings wide receiver!
Winstead finished with 3 catches for 65 yards and a touchdown. And the Orlando Storm beat the DC Defenders 29-23. J.H. Rose standout and Greenville native Cornell Powell had 5 catches for 70 yards for DC. This has been a Pirate Radio Sports Break. I'm Shirley Rhodes.
Capital Subaru of Greenville is transforming your everyday commute into something a little more extraordinary, and there's never been a better time to drive one home. From the adventure-ready Outback to the sleek and efficient Forester, they got the perfect ride for you. In addition to their great selection of new and used car inventories, the Subaru Service Center is commanded by a team of experts, handpicked for their knowledge, passion, and promise to treat every car as if it's their own. Capital Subaru of Greenville, off Memorial Drive or online at capitalsubaruofgreenville.com.
This is Dr. Christopher McDowell from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's time for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For experience and professional care, call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
Play ball!
Greenville, it's time to play ball. The Greenville Yard Gnomes are back, and tickets are on sale now. Bring the whole family out for big hits, wild promotions, and non-stop fun all night long. From fireworks to theme nights, every game is an experience you don't want to miss. Cold drinks, great food, and the best atmosphere in town. Don't wait till it's sold out. Grab your seats now. Get your tickets today at yardgnomesbaseball.com or at the box office.
Here at the Holistic Company, we know that life throws you its fair share of curveballs. Like passing that drug test? Congrats. Now you can finally relax, kick back, and well, light one up. You've earned it. With weekly events like trivia, karaoke, comedy, open mic, movie night, and of course, all your favorites: flour, merch, carts, edibles, and wellness products. Whatever you need to legally take the edge off, we've got your vibe covered. Order online at theholistico.com or visit us at 5th and Evans in Greenville or at one of our other 2 locations in Fremont or Smithfield. The Holistic Company.
If you missed Pirate Radio Live, you missed.
Do you watch superhero movies?
No clue what that is. What is superhero movies?
Hero! Hero.
Oh, Hero. That is completely and totally my fault.
Yeah. Superhero movies.
I thought you said something like superhero movies.
I don't know if that's not a thing, so I understand.
Pirate Radio Live, weekdays from 3 to 6. Exclusively on Pirate Radio, Pirate Radio TV on YouTube, and on the Pirate Radio app. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
Line drive into right center field. Burris around third. He'll tie the game. Herring gets to third base. RBI single by Austin Irby.
This is the Pirate Nation, and we are Pirates because all you have to do to get anybody excited here is go, Purple!
You guys are rocking. The city's awesome, and I love you guys.
Sumo Conbe hit, driven back, ECU standing tall.
The biggest thing about Pirate Nation is we kind of get it for as small a community as we are. We really get everybody involved.
Y'all are intimidating guys. I'm saying y'all are famous. Y'all are celebrity type guys, and that's intimidating.
We never lose a tailgate. That's the one thing. Undefeated.
Go Pirates! Yeah.
Live from the First Flight Credit Union Studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, welcome in to a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here in the First Flight Credit Union Studios, coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930 online, PR927FM.com. You can find us on the Pirate Radio app powered by Carolina Caliber. We are on YouTube. Give us a like, subscribe, and what is on your mind? How did you feel about the end of the Pirates season? Pirates go 2-2 in the Chapel Hill Regional, knocking off Tennessee, VCU, and losing a couple of games to the Tar Heels of North Carolina, wrapping up their season and wrapping up ECU athletics for the 2025-2026 calendar. So on to football, as that is on the docket, and we've got our David Price Construction countdown to kickoff, and we'll keep you up to date on how many days we are away from Pirate football between now and then. But some baseball to recap on this Monday. We'll do that with Coach Mack coming up in hour number one. What a start, and we'll update it, but every place Coach Mack was a coach that was having a lot of success early in the tournament. We'll see how that goes at this point, as there are games going on now. We will update where everything is with the regionals, who has advanced, who's playing tonight. We'll let you know all that. We'll talk to Coach Mack. They were racing late night last night. Did they finish the race, Jared?
Oh, they finished it.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about that with J-Bone and Mack McCarthy coming up in hour number one. Hour two, Brian Bailey joins us. He was busy covering high school championships, ECU baseball, maybe the Hurricanes. I don't know. I haven't talked to him. Did he do the triple? We'll find out when we talk to WNCT Channel 9's Brian Bailey coming up on our program. Brandon Golden was at every ECU game in Chapel Hill over the weekend. We'll get his final thoughts on the 2026 baseball Pirates. And former Pirate Seth Simmons will join us. The former ECU reliever is now a scout for the San Francisco Giants, and he was in the Tallahassee Regional, so we'll talk about what he is up to these days and how there are Pirates everywhere. He had a pretty cool ECU reunion in Tallahassee he'll tell you about coming up later on in the show. Shirley Rhodes is here on a Monday. We got intern Victor gearing up for the World Cup. We got intern Avery here. Did you notice Avery's shirt?
Yeah.
What a ridiculous shirt.
I think it's one of the best shirts ever.
Charlotte Hornets Summer League champions.
Victory in Vegas.
Champions, baby. And
that's why he's number one on my list.
You got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Start with the Summer League, and then
the Cup.
Go Cup.
Yep.
And then NBA championship is next.
Hey, baby steps.
And the West is over, Jarrett. The Spurs are in the championship. They will be facing the Knicks. And the Carolina Hurricanes are back in the Stanley Cup final for the first time in 20 years.
Yeah, I had somebody say once in a lifetime, and it's like, well, we're 25 years old, so it's not once in a lifetime, but it is exciting times in the state of North Carolina.
When you corrected that person, how did they feel? Dumb? Because that was a dumb thing to say.
Yeah. What an idiot.
What a moron. If the Raiders go to the Super Bowl, that would be once in a lifetime.
Actually, they went in 03, and I was 2 years old.
Well, I'm a moron. I can't do math. Jamie says, hey, now.
Hey, now.
Great effort from ECU baseball over the weekend. Proud of the team. What does effort get you, Jamie? I'm just kidding. It was. I was. So we did our end of the regular season grades. Were you here then?
Yeah.
Did I ask you?
Yeah, I think I said C+ or B-, one of those two.
I went with a C, but now we get the full package. We've got, 3 wins in Clearwater and a championship?
Yep.
And we got 2 more 2 more wins this weekend?
Yep.
I'm going to go the Pirates. I should almost give them a B+ for the injuries and stuff, but I'm going to go B. A solid B for ECU baseball. Regular season co-championship, conference tournament championship, and regional final appearance. B at worst.
Yeah.
With everything.
I agree. I mean, if you just look, Cliff Godwin said it 3 weeks ago, they're dead in the water. And I mean, the way this team fought to get to a regional final was impressive, but you got to take a look at the whole thing, the grand scheme of things. So I'll go B+. I would say A for effort, but Jamie beat me to that.
Hunter says, good evening, cowards.
Good evening, cowards.
Good evening, Hunter. J-Bone, what did you think of the weekend overall?
I thought Carolina was lucky to win that game on Saturday. I mean, we left a lot on the table there, and then they finally struck and seemed like couldn't really get back to it. And yesterday, I don't really think we had a shot at beating Carolina just because of how worn this team was. But I mean, an impressive run for this team, who I didn't really think they would go 14 innings and beat Tennessee. I thought that performance in extra innings was terrific. So.
And we were on live on Friday, and I was saying, put in Norby. You have to win this game.
I saw your tweets all weekend. Yeah, I was well up to date. You stood by that a lot.
Yeah. There was a box, and I wrote business on it, and I stood up on it.
Good God, man.
Yeah, I had a...
you had one with a lot of impressions.
Let's see how many impressions this thing had.
Impressions.
Because I forgot that when you're talking about... I'm still getting likes on this. Over 13,000 likes. 667,000 views.
Man, that tweet was like Frank Caliendo with all them impressions.
Hey-o! Boom! But I forgot, when you rag on Tennessee, you're not just getting seen by ECU and Tennessee fans.
Yeah.
The entire SEC picks up on it.
Yeah.
And it becomes an all-out warfare. And so that was good.
You're used to tweeting about small market, kind of niche things, and then you hit the big time.
Yeah. Big time! So, what rubbed me the wrong way, if you'll give me a moment.
I'll give you a moment. As Florida State comes within 1, hitting a big old...
little 2-run Jimmy Jack?
Yeah.
5-4 in the top of the 9th inning.
Season on the line here.
I may see it both sides. I try to understand your point of view. And then, in a way, I do. But you had these Tennessee fans who... Okay, it was one in particular. But there was a lot more that came in later.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
But one in particular laughing at East Carolina. Why?
After a loss.
Why paraphrase when I can just, read it? Why is Chandler calling me? Should I answer his cell phone call?
Yeah, sure.
Chandler, I'm live on the air.
Oh, sorry. Somebody's parked in...
All right, well, I'm live on the air. Call somebody else.
Sorry.
All right, what are you doing?
We talk about like my friends, your sister calling us.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing? A coworker calling at 3:08.
What is he talking about? Somebody's parked where? Now I guess I need to know what he was saying.
Probably Avery's truck. Avery likes to park in the employee parking.
Why is he calling me at 3:08? What are you doing? If he comes in the building, somebody bring him in here.
But back to your point, Tennessee fans, they were laughing at the fact that East Carolina threw their best pitchers in what you called a must-win game.
What I called. You disagree?
Well, I mean, just looking at the technicalities and the specifics, it's double elimination, not necessarily a must-win.
Ooh.
But you want to get out of there beating Tennessee.
I see where you're going.
Yeah.
Now I can't find this dumbass's post. But anyway, something to the effect of East Carolina would rather beat Tennessee than go to a regional. East Carolina is weird. They have a weird coach for doing this. They're using their best pitchers. We're trying to win a baseball game.
And we didn't burn them. We didn't waste them because they threw yesterday.
I know they threw again. And where is Tennessee? Like, I get it. I hear his point of view. Maybe moving forward, should teams in the 2-3 games, should the coaches go to home plate and say, look, let's play all our walk-ons against each other.
Yeah.
May the best man win. We'll have all our players for tomorrow. You just can't do it that way. You got to win. You got to stay in the winner's bracket. You can't get out of that loser's bracket. You said East Carolina, like, you used the word lucky to win Saturday. I don't know if I agree with that. But are you surprised Carolina won Saturday?
Not lucky's a bad word to use, but ECU left a lot on the table. I mean, we were up 3-0. I texted a buddy of mine, like, Carolina should be up. Like we should be up, not Carolina. We should have like 7 runs here.
Yeah. But the fact that they are losing a game and like criticizing East Carolina for trying to win the game, it just was hilarious to me.
Yeah.
And I had to point that out, and I did.
And we have more bullets in the chambers. I mean, Ethan Rose, a freshman, coming out and pitching the way he did against VCU, like, that was phenomenal.
Yeah. The Pirates showed guts, man, as they always do this time of year. So that was great to see. And I just love these every year, man. We got all kinds of fans from bigger schools, and we get to learn more about them. And I just love them crumbling when they lose to East Carolina.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they're not up to date on the stats of just like how consistent this East Carolina program is when it comes to making a regional and a regional final. And they just look at it like you said last week, a directional Carolina. And they just kind of sweep it off, poo-poo it.
Poo-poo. All right. Well, either way, the Pirates are out of it, unfortunately. St. John's trying to move on and knock off Florida State in the Tallahassee Regional. St. John's 2-0, Florida State 2-1. And right now they've got 2 outs. Top of the 9th, runner on, and they're up by 1 run. So drama, and man, there's been some blowouts, but there's been a lot of drama in these college baseball games as well. I watched Squeeze play literally all weekend, Jarrett. I'm thinking you didn't.
So I watched the full game Friday since I was here. Actually, I didn't because I was late. I watched a little bit Saturday, a little bit Sunday. I didn't watch a full East Carolina game, and so no, I didn't watch any other college baseball either.
All right, so you were out on it.
Hockey Friday night was awesome. NBA Saturday night was awesome. The racing last night was awesome.
I was so locked into Squeeze play, I didn't watch any of the Canes. I checked the score, and it was like 1-0, then 2-0, and then by the time we got to 3-0, I was like, well, I might as well just stick with baseball.
Yeah, I didn't watch the full game because once it got to 4-0, I'm like, all right, yeah, but this kind of, they're going to win.
Yeah, just a very impressive way to close out that series. Against the Montreal Canadiens, and we will talk to Wade Minter coming up on Tuesday's edition of Pirate Radio Live as the Canes get ready for the Stanley Cup final against the Vegas Golden Knights.
Hot ticket, man. Have you seen the prices?
I mean,
you think eggs are expensive.
Yeah.
My God, $9.40 to get in the door.
$9.40 just to get in the door. You don't even get a seat.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, well, let me update you, Jarrett. UCLA, best team ever in college baseball. They advanced, right?
No,
they didn't.
They got walked off at home. How the hell does that happen?
Okay.
They're host of the regional. They got walked off.
St. John's is the home team here against Florida State. That is one of my big gripes about this time of year.
Yeah.
Road teams playing at home.
I don't really care what your record is. Like, you're the home team. Like, you are the host team.
Well, your record is better than the other team.
Well, no, like St. John's is 2-0, so they're the home team.
Well, that's not why.
That's not why. Well, then like, that makes no sense.
I know it doesn't.
It makes sense if it's St. John's is the home team because they're undefeated in this tournament.
Like ECU was the home team against Carolina on Saturday.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
I hate it. I can't stand it. I know you planned it. Florida State down to their final strike here. So we'll see what they do. And I will tell you what else happened this weekend in the regionals. Fouled it off.
Wow.
Cal Poly advancing out of the Los Angeles regional. Unbelievable.
Wow.
Virginia Tech should have eliminated UCLA Saturday. They hit back-to-back home runs in the ninth just to tie it.
Yeah.
And ended up winning against Virginia Tech. Oh, man. Morgantown is going to be rocking tonight. Kentucky and West Virginia go at it one more time, and I will get the game time on that in just a moment. We got a strikeout.
The Johnnies.
And the Johnnies are going to the Super Regional. They will be matched up with Alabama. It'll be St. John's at Alabama as Alabama or your
Alabama
Tuscaloosa champions. Other games, Troy at Florida, Milwaukee at Auburn at 6 o'clock, Kentucky, West Virginia at 6, USC, Texas A&M at 9. Other regional champions, Little Rock gets out of Hattiesburg as Little Rock advances to a super regional. North Carolina sweeps the Chapel Hill regional and advances. Ole Miss wins in Lincoln against Nebraska and company to move on from that regional. As I said, we got Auburn, Milwaukee tonight, A&M, USC tonight, Florida, Troy, West Virginia, Kentucky. Kansas gets out of the Lawrence Regional. They await the winner of Georgia Tech, Oklahoma. You got St. John's advancing to face Alabama. Texas and Oregon will face off in a super regional, and we'll have a SEC matchup in Athens as Georgia will play Mississippi State. That is what transpired over the weekend. A whole lot more than that transpired, but really, really fun weekend. I am putting Squeeze Play Weekend number 4 now. Best sports days of the year. Number 4, Squeeze Play Weekend. Number 3, opening day, week 1, college football Saturday. Number 2, NFL week 1, Sunday. And number 1, Thursday, Friday, NCAA basketball tournament.
I would disagree, but I don't know what goes in that 4 spot for me.
What's your?
I agree. 1, 2, 3.
In that order?
Yeah.
Daytona.
Yeah.
Masters. I mean, what do you like? I don't know what you like.
Just every race.
You're kind of a weird guy.
Every racing weekend's good. Trucks on Friday, O'Reilly on Saturday.
Every racing weekend's not good. I mean, as much as you and Matt complain about stuff,
it's been good season so far, man.
That's good to hear. I'm glad to hear that. What happened last night? We'll find out when we return. We'll talk to Jared Watkins and Mack McCarthy about the racing, about baseball, about foosball, and everything in between as we roll on a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. We are back with you after this timeout.
In Beaufort County, success is built together. The Washington Beaufort County Chamber of Commerce connects leaders, supports local businesses, and helps our community thrive. From networking to community events, the Chamber is building a stronger Beaufort County every day. Get involved, grow your network, and help shape the future of beautiful Washington.
For more information on the Washington Beaufort County Chamber of Commerce, including future events and membership, visit wbcchamber.com.
Dang Burrito on Red Banks Road is rolling the good, combining bold global flavors with chef and techniques to create flavor bombs you won't find anywhere else. From their classic jerk chicken to their legendary pork belly, they're serving up fresh tacos, bowls, and burritos that defy the ordinary. Order ahead at order.dankburrito.com or download the Dank Burrito app. Join Dank Burrito Rewards today to start stacking points and earning free food with every bite. Check them out at 108 Red Banks or drop into their flagship Dank Burrito in Morehead City while you're cruising the Crystal Coast. Dank Burrito, stay hungry, stay dank.
Spring is a great time to plant flowers, trees, and bushes. When planning your landscape, please keep in mind that you should never plant anything within 3 feet of a gas, electric, or water meter. The same thing applies if you have an electric transformer in your yard, except keep plants 8 feet clear of the front in case crews need access during a storm or an outage. Always remember to call 811 at least 3 business days before you dig to avoid underground lines. This important safety message is from your neighbors at Greenville Utilities.
Is your car making strange noises or that check engine light still won't go away? At Bell's Fork Truck and Auto Service in Greenville, we take the stress out of car care, from quick oil changes to full service repairs. And diesel truck service too. Our certified technicians deliver high quality work without the high dealership prices. No guesswork, no pressure. Just honest, dependable service to get you back on the road with confidence. Don't let a small issue turn into a costly repair. Stop by today or schedule your service now. Bell's Fork Truck and Auto Service, keeping Greenville moving.
Ready to play, Greenville? The Repair Shop Game Room at Fish Street Hardware is bringing the fun for all ages. Pool tables, skee ball, big screens, and ice cold drafts all in one spot. Keep the week going with Singo Tuesdays at 7, Trivia Wednesdays at 7, Outlaw Open Mic on Thursdays 7 to 9, and live music every Friday and Saturday 8 to 11. Plus, Yappy Hours Thursday through Saturday 4 to 7, 25% off appetizers, and Sundays, kids 12 and under eat free with the purchase of an adult entree. Fish Street Hardware, eat, drink, play.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Danny Beal, and the best place to go for custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items is University Sportswear. University Sportswear was easy to work with when I needed my custom t-shirts. From start to finish, University Sportswear provided superior customer service and a quality product that cannot be beat. If your business, organization, or event needs t-shirts or promotional help, then you need University Sportswear. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, Bryce Williams here, former ECU tight end and proud customer of Stroud's Marine. Boating season is finally here and there's no better place to get your boat ready for the water. From tune-ups to parts and accessories, the team at Stroud's Marine has you covered with expert service and hometown friendly care. So whether you're casting a line or cruising the coast, stop by Stroud's Marine today and let's get you boating right. Follow Stroud's Marine on Facebook and Instagram or visit stroudsmarine.com to learn more. See you on the water. Go Pirates!
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
What's up? This is Bryson Worrell, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Looking for a place for lunch? Basil's lunch menu features signature pizzas, pastas, sandwiches, and salads, starting at just $11. Eat local, drink local at Basil's, your community restaurant and pizzeria on Fire Tower Road in Greenville. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Monday. Clip Rock here. Call Chandler real quick. Got Shirley Rhodes, intern Victor, intern Avery, J-Bone. See what he's doing. Hopefully he's in a sales meeting. He's not going to answer my call. See, I thought it was an emergency or something he had to say if he was going to call live on the air. I'll leave him a voicemail.
Might say his number in the...
If it does, I'll hang up. Or do we want to give out Chandler's number for
sales purposes?
Yeah.
Hey, this is Sean.
Hey.
Sorry I missed your call. If you would please leave your name and number, I'll try to get right back with you. Thanks, and have a great day.
That's a good message.
The mailbox is full and cannot send any messages at this time.
That is not a good salesman. Not a good salesman. Mailbox full. We need to talk about that. Now I got another reason to call him. All right. Well, let's head out to the Turner Home Team live line. You think Coach Mack checks his voicemails? I don't check mine. I mean, I'm not going to blame Chandler.
I do. I check mine.
Coach Mack, how you doing, sir?
I absolutely do check my voicemail, my email, and I don't understand when people have a mailbox that is full that has to deal with the public whatsoever. What are we doing, Chandler?
I don't know, man. He had a long weekend, did a great job, him and Jenny in Chapel Hill, so I'll cut him a little bit of slack.
It's all their work. Yeah, it's all their work.
Yeah.
They were over there.
They were getting it done. Mac, how many emails do you have unread in your mailbox?
None.
Man, that is impressive. I wish I could live like that one day. That would be such a weight off my shoulders, but that's very impressive. So Mac texted me on Friday with a big old ARG, and then on Saturday I said, "How about the Pirates and VCU Rams knocking out the Vols?" Mac said, "I feel like I personally eliminated the Vols." You did, Mac. That was all you. And then we had Auburn knocking out NC State. I said, we got Georgia Tech. Mac said the Hokies might eliminate UCLA, and dang it, they should have, Mac. But then St. Mary's put the final nail in the coffin. But, man, overall, great weekend for the former employers of Mack McCarthy.
Yeah, of the 6 schools that I worked at that had baseballs, 5 of them were in the NCAA, which made it even more fun to tune in and try to keep up with and all that kind of thing. The one school I spent the longest at, Chattanooga, they don't even have baseball, which is a real crazy situation because it's a great baseball town. Lookouts are I think they're the number 2 selling merchandise folks behind the Durham Bulls, maybe behind the Montgomery Biscuits by now. But the Chattanooga Lookouts have they had a famous stadium. Ingle Stadium was a long time Southern League standard, and they've built 2 new stadiums since I've left. So that'll tell you something about the popularity of baseball in that town. But somehow the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga has failed to revamp the baseball program.
I've always been a hat guy, Mac, and back in the olden days in the 90s, the Chattanooga Lookouts was one of the ones I always wanted. I never had a Lookouts hat, but I like the eyeballs.
Oh, well, I could arrange that.
All right, well, let's do it. Mike P. says...
Big old head, though, now. I don't know.
They make 7.5 hats. It's a very common head size, Mac. Does Coach Mack still have an answering machine? Asked Mike P.
I don't have a landline.
Mac he's with the time.
You got a fax?
No, I do have a copier that I guess I could get a fax on if I did it right.
We got to bring back fax machines.
Well, I mean, signing day used to be a big deal, and it's kind of not anymore. But the last time I checked, they still use fax machines. Have they gone away from that, Mac?
Yeah, they've gone.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
But as of 5 years ago?
Yeah.
They were still using fax machines.
Yeah, sure was.
Crazy.
The only time fax machines were ever used.
Yeah, it would just sit there dusty, and then on signing day, let's see if this baby will crank up. Crank it up one more year. Mac, did you watch Squeeze play through the weekend?
Some, yeah. And some of it was because of weather delays and technical difficulties on, so if they ever had a problem on any of the broadcasts, they went to the Squeeze play, and I like the Squeeze play. I like that a lot.
It's awesome, man. We had Coach Hudd is friends and former teammates with Mike Rooney, and was able to connect us with him last week, and we had him on the show, and him and Chris Budden and was it Matt Burke, I believe, Chris Berkey, do an awesome job up there. And I don't know anything about these teams or these guys. I follow ECU baseball and that's it. But getting to learn about the stories and the coaches and the players and seeing the upsets and everything, just it's a lot of fun. I like the sport of basketball more than baseball, but you still get the Cinderellas and things like that.
Yeah, I do too, and I enjoyed hearing some different announcers. I know most of the football and basketball folks, but don't know a ton of obviously some play-by-play folks that work more than one sport. But I really enjoyed the analyst and the play-by-play guy from the Chapel Hill Regional. I thought Mike Monaco. I'm a fan of his. I think he's really good, and McDonald is he's kind of a throwback kind of guy. But I enjoyed listening to both of them.
I like McDonald's accent. It makes me feel at home. And then, do you know Monaco? We had him on the show last week. He was fun to talk to.
No, but we have a ton of mutual friends.
Yeah.
He's really good friends with some people that I'm friends with in the business, and so I've kind of followed his career. He's done some games at East Carolina, some basketball.
Yeah, he was really knowledgeable and very excited, and we could tell that through his broadcast this weekend. All right, Mac, moving forward. So last week I asked, SEC or the field, and part of that was because you had UCLA as part of the field and Georgia Tech. Well, UCLA's out. Georgia Tech needs to win still against Oklahoma to advance. You do have North Carolina advancing rather easily, but it's starting to get that SEC feel, especially, if Kentucky beats West Virginia. If Florida wins today, they'll be in. If A&M wins today, they'll be in. If Auburn wins, they'll be in. I mean, we're going to have just about the entire supers. Every super could be represented by the SEC if Oklahoma wins as well. There's a chance that could happen.
Yeah, and I'm not a fan of that, obviously, but even though I've been in the SEC and appreciate how good they are and enjoyed coaching in that league for a long time. But yeah, after a big drought with losing football, losing men's and women's basketball, all to the Big Ten, the chatter was out there, and there was a chance that the Big Ten could do it again with even with UCLA in both softball and baseball. With a chance to win, but yeah, they've taken care of that. The ACC laid a pretty big egg. They did not do a good job, and still could lose more. And it hadn't been easy for the SEC necessarily, but goodness gracious, when you've got a dozen or more folks in there, you've got a pretty good chance of advancing a few.
No doubt. And man, these SEC fans too, Mac, are awesome. I love East Carolina beating beating an SEC team, and I say something about them on social media, and had one that kind of went haywire over the weekend. But man, I had everybody other than Tennessee fans piling on, and it was great. So they will kick a SEC team while they're down as an opposing fan base. It was fun to see. And by the way, just look, for the first time, Oklahoma already up 3-0 on Georgia Tech in the first inning. So there will be a lot of runs in this game. That's another thing you learn about these games, Mac. A 5 or 7 run lead is not safe in college baseball.
Yeah, the Hokies go to the bottom of the ninth against UCLA with a couple-run lead, and 4 batters deep, they were already beat. Home run. So he gets on, knocks them in. But one thing that really is intriguing that I don't really comprehend, and I guess I should pay more attention to it. But there is a real lack of pitching depth, and it happens pretty quickly. And if you get in that losers bracket, you're in real trouble because you've probably thrown everybody in your bullpen. And then it gets to be pitching by committee, and you don't know what you're going to get. You got guys who've only pitched a handful of innings all year that are going to get to throw, and that leads to some crazy stuff happening.
Oh, you just want to say yep. There you go. That's why Jay Bone's the best in the biz. Mack McCarthy joining us. Mac, any rooting interest the rest of the way? I guess you're hoping Auburn gets it done today. How many is that? The only team you got left at this point?
Well, I still got Georgia Tech in there.
And, Yellow Jackets. All right.
Barely. We're just hanging in there.
Mack McCarthy joining us, Turner Home Team Live Line. Let's take a break. We'll come back. I didn't watch any of the race, but I saw they were racing late night tonight, so I'll ask you guys what happened this weekend when it came to NASCAR, and we'll also talk about the championships that'll get underway this week. The Carolina Hurricanes in the Stanley Cup final, and it'll be the Knicks trying to win a championship, and the Spurs trying to start a new dynasty like we saw for a decade or so not that long ago. We'll talk about that and more when we return. Pirate Radio Live on a Monday. Back with you after this.
Come celebrate the next big Pirates win at the Rick House. The Rick House is Greenville and Eastern North Carolina's premier American-themed restaurant.
I'm Jeremy Shelton, General Manager at the Rick House. Come see us for a big city feel right here in Greenville. I guarantee you'll have a great experience.
We feature the very best bourbons around. Our made-from-scratch pastas are to die for, and nobody does steak like the Rick House. We also feature an early dining special from 4 to 6. Come see us at the Rick House, Red Banks Road in Greenville.
College is hectic, but where you live shouldn't be. At Pirates Cove, you get your own quiet space and private bathroom. With 2 pools, a fitness center, EV chargers, the only student property with a new soccer mini pitch field, a business room for focus, and a quick ride to campus. No dorms, no drama, just the lifestyle you're looking for. Pirates Cove isn't just where you stay, it's where you live.
This July 4th, celebrate America's 250th in the original Washington, where history comes to life. Festivities begin Friday, July 3rd at 4:30 p.m. with the grand opening of the city's brand new History Museum. On Saturday, kick off the day with the Founding Fathers 5K at 8 a.m., explore history exhibits, and enjoy free trolley rides from 10 to 2, and live music from 7 to 9 p.m. Then look to the skies for a spectacular fireworks show at 9:15 p.m. Come walk through 250 years of history, celebration, and community right here in the original Washington. Learn more at visitwashingtonnc.com.
Overtime Tavern is the place to be for great food, cold drinks, and all your game day action with over 10 TVs. Swing in today and try a mouth-watering burger, glizzies, wings, or check out their daily specials featuring some of the best items on the menu. OT's has a weekly lineup of entertainment starting Tuesday with Singo, Wednesday is sports trivia with Clip Brock, and Thursday's local acoustic acts playing the tunes. OT's is located on Charles Boulevard across from the Sheets and is open daily from 11 a.m. to midnight. There's always time on the clock at Overtime Tavern.
Hey Pirate friends, it's Rhonda from Russell's and we're back open with a whole new look. We have a ton of surprises for you to see, including our Johnny O's Shop and Shop. Our racks and shelves are fully stocked with all new spring and summer merchandise for both men and women. Make it a point to come by Russell's in downtown Washington to check out the new look, experience the same great customer service you've come to know, and see all the new quality clothing that you love. We can't wait to see our pirate friends and customers back at Russell's in downtown Washington.
Need to sell your house fast without fixing or even cleaning it? Call the Turner Home Team.
Hey, this is proud ECU alumni Justin Turner with the Turner Home Team. We buy houses as is in any condition for cash, and we can close in just days. As a real estate investor and licensed agent, my team and I can give you options when you need to sell. Sell fast or sell for top dollar. You choose what's best.
Call Turner Home Team or visit theturnerhometeam.com. They'll make a no-obligation cash offer for your home today.
Turner Home Team. Pirates supporting pirates.
Michelob Ultra is brewed here. So is the feeling when we rally together behind one team. From the pitch to the pool, Superior is brewed here. Michelob Ultra, proud sponsor of the U.S. men's national soccer team. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Sun's out, guns out in Pirate Nation. It's Lindsey Gray with Carolina Caliber. Things are already heating up with Springfield Armory's hottest deal yet. Buy a model 2020 rifle and get a free XDM Elite 10mm pistol. Celebrate Dad with Savage Arms. Buy any Axis rifle and get $75 back. From home defense and concealed carry to shooting sports gear, plus store-wide markdowns and factory promotions, you can't beat this heat. Shop online or visit Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
This is Ryan Jones, and you listen to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Greenville Utilities Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their utility costs, and you can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation, and GUC will match all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor with GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, back with you. Oklahoma, a 3-run first inning. They're the home team in Atlanta, Jared, against Georgia Tech. They scored 3 in the bottom of the first. They lead at 3-0 on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by the Buck. Mac, one of my biggest sports pet peeves. Glad to hear Jared hates it as well. These teams, visiting teams in the regionals, being the home team against the host school. What are we doing?
Yeah, it's weird. It is weird, and the same thing goes with the dugout, the locker room, and all that. And different facilities have different accommodations. I do understand the home team from the standpoint of the game itself. If you've earned the right, but just alternating uniforms and stuff, I don't get that.
Yeah. Common sense.
Yeah, look, UCLA, the way the regional went for them, I don't think they deserve to advance to the super regional, but them getting walked off at home is laughable.
That's true. That is a good point. All right, guys, why are we racing so late last night? What happened?
A little bit of rain in Nashville, Tennessee.
They needed it, right?
Yeah, they did need it. And I wanted to send out a tweet like, God, dude, 2 weeks in a row with rain. But I was on this program on Friday bitching about the water levels. And look, hey, we need the rain.
We got a thing in the mail, one of those just flyer things, and it's like, gold is up. Sell your gold. And I was like, I need to show this to Jarrett. And my wife was like, why? And I was like, Jarrett loves stuff like this. He likes talking about the mint.
The mint is out of silver.
The mint's out of silver. The water level is low. Gold is up, Jarrett, I heard.
Gold is up.
All right, good. Mac, where were we? Nashville?
Yeah.
All right, what transpired?
A lot of restarts. The brakes were bad. Tires were getting worn. But thankfully, we had a good last 75 laps, 60 laps.
Yeah, that was great racing all night long, and the 3 teammates going after it, and right at the end was as good as it gets.
Yeah,
really. It's one of the best races we've seen. Although Toyotas just have such an advantage right now, and that's something that they've got to work on, and mainly that falls on the Fords and Chevys to get their act together. But you talk about the rain. That was the 6th or 7th week in a row where the starting lineup was based on the points and the previous week's results and that kind of thing. So it just feeds that the front runners are always up front because you don't have a chance to qualify, you don't have a chance to practice. Of course, practice is minimal anyway now, but you don't have a chance to qualify and improve your starting position. And it's so hard to overcome a starting position, although Denny Hamlin gets penalized for jumping the start at the beginning of the race. Well, we kind of buried the biggest story for you, Clip. He started on the pole, jumped the start, so they penalized him by sending him all the way to the back, and he eventually gets, obviously, all the way back to the front to win the race. So it was one of the best races of the year, despite the fact that if you were a fan of a Chevrolet or a Ford, you really didn't have a whole lot of shot.
Yeah, I found it funny, throughout the whole race, when it happened and then throughout the rest of it, they were like, oh, man, Denny, we're looking forward to see what he has to say about it. And then they asked him, and he's like, oh, yeah, I was way off. I went a little too quick.
Yeah, about 5 car lengths too quick. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I thought he was, because I was looking on betting a driver, and I was like, I kind of like Blaney. I like Hamlin. I ended up going with Blaney, and on that start, I was like, man, should have taken Hamlin. He's going to run away with it on the first lap. And then they sent him to the back, and I felt a little better.
Jared said this season overall has been a good NASCAR season, Mac. Would you agree?
I would. The increased horsepower, the the downforce situation, although it has caused some unintended consequences. Like last night, we had a bunch of brake failures because they're having to brake so hard because they're carrying so much more speed, especially on the 1.5 miles. And again, the Toyotas have done a much better job of handling that, or the car itself is just set up a little bit better than the Fords. And of course, you've got a new model. This is a whole new body style for the Chevrolets, and that usually takes about half the season for them to figure out what they need. But yeah, we had a lot of brake failures, rotors burning, and cars catching on, bright wheels giving out because of the rotor breaking. We had some unintended consequences, but yeah, it has absolutely been one of the better seasons where we have had more good competitive races than, maybe than I can remember in a long time.
I think what's really done it for me is it's competitive throughout the whole race because of this new chase format where it's like the stages mean more. Is that right, Mac?
Yeah, I think it has a little bit of an effect on it. Yeah, because the points are, they've always been valuable, but they're more valuable this year because that's part of the whole equation as to who gets in, and you don't necessarily have to gamble and take chances to try to get that one win to get you in if you're not a consistent contender. So, it has had an impact on the racing, no question.
All right, where are we going next?
Michigan. One more thing.
Pocono.
No, I think it's Michigan. They said we'll see you in Michigan.
Yeah. No, I said it's Michigan and Pocono.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What were you going to say?
Well, one last thing. I've become a Hocevar fan throughout the season. I'm tired of everybody complaining. Just wreck him. If you don't like the way he races, do something about it. I'm sick and tired of everybody going over their radio and every post race and somebody's got a comment. It's like, take the matters into your own hands.
I'd wreck him.
Yeah.
All right.
I'd like to wreck him. I'm not even in the race, and I would wreck him.
Mac is waiting for him after the race when he drives out of the facility. And Mac put him into a ditch.
But I have, maybe it's just because I'm watching a lot more this season, but there's been a lot of just mishaps with the pit crews. I mean, we talk about Blaney a lot, and he's lost more positions than anybody due to his pit crew. But I mean, Hocevar the last couple of weeks have had some bad pit stops. It's kind of just been a glaring issue for me.
Yeah, and Blaney's is kind of hard to understand because as good as the Penske organization is and as deep as they are, but they've lost over 200 spots.
Yeah,
and he's third in points. Can you imagine where he would be if they were just average? And they didn't make any changes for quite a while. They have made some changes lately, and we'll see if that works for them. But yeah, that one's kind of inexplicable. As good as that organization is, and as much effort as they put into the pit crews.
Well, I saw something last week with Steve Letarte and Kyle Petty talking about it, and they're like, well, normally it's a feeling out process, and then they just got to the point where like, well, at this point, just fire everybody because it's clearly not getting fixed.
That's a valid point. It's a valid point for sure.
All right, talking a little NASCAR here. Mac, we got softball on in Studio A, baseball in Studio B, and Tennessee is playing Texas. I haven't watched much of it. I have followed a little bit because former Kings, Heat, Magic, Grizzlies point guard Jason Williams, his daughter is a star player for Texas Tech, and a lot of that is on social media, and so I followed it from that standpoint. But have you watched any of the softball?
I've watched a lot of it, and of course, she was the center of a controversy at Florida. And of course, Florida, with we know how their baseball and softball coaches are. They're not two of the most popular people in the world. The Florida softball guy got thrown out, so he didn't have to stick around to the end of the game. The girls didn't do the handshake line, and they had hit Jason Williams' daughter, Mia. They had hit her like 5 of the first 6 times she was up. And needless to say, the Texas Tech girls were, doing a little barking about that. And of course, she hit a home run when they finally did pitch to her too. So, yeah, there was some contentiousness there, and Florida fans in general are I don't know if I can say some of the worst in the SEC or some of the best in the SEC, depending on your point of view. But they get after it. They're a little rowdy, and the Texas Tech folks weren't having any of it. And the fact that they won that regional was pretty impressive. And then they had their own little drama that they created too when a girl who transferred from Tennessee to Texas Tech hit a home run and said in the handshake line that the Tennessee coach said, "You made a big mistake." And turns out, and she went off in the press conference about, that was long, let it go, yada, yada, yada. Turns out she did not say it. She called her out. She said it's an out-and-out lie, and they had the video.
Wow.
He had Holly Rowe was 2 feet from them when they passed and heard the coach say, "Good game" to everybody that she passed. So, yeah, there's been some interesting stuff go on, and the softball's been great. The girl from Tennessee that throws almost 80 probably will get to 80. She's thrown 78 and 79, and she's probably pitching right now if they've started that second game.
Right now, no score between the Vols and the Longhorns. A lot of orange. I would say too much orange on the TV.
It's not aesthetically pleasing.
It is not.
They disagree what color orange is.
It looks like baby food. I guess Texas has Texas, is that burnt orange?
That's what they claim. What they claim is burnt orange.
More of a brown orange.
You see more brown than orange?
It's like an orange brown.
All right, fair enough.
And then Tennessee's is more yellow.
Thank you, Greg Hudson, for chiming in there. What was that? Oh, Mac, you're not going to coach anymore. You're okay. You do ACC games. You don't do SEC games, so you can tell us who has the dumbest fan base in the SEC.
Dumbest? Oh.
All right, I'll let you off a little bit. The most obnoxious. That's nicer than dumbest.
Ironically, in basketball, Vanderbilt is the worst when we were there. They were just horrible.
In what way?
Oh, well, partly because you're on the end of the floor.
Yeah, that weird.
And,
yeah.
I mean, the thing set up, and they weren't exactly the most progressive bunch. I can just leave it at that. But as far as being nasty and dirty, when we were there, I won't throw this version under the bus.
Yeah.
When we were there, it was absolutely Florida.
Man.
They would have signs and chants and screaming, and they would do stuff. They'd paint the locker room the day you were going to play. There would be no heat in the locker room, or there would be a ton of heat in the locker room. The balls would be flat. The goals would be less than 10 feet. They did anything in their power to just irritate the daylights out.
Well, this doesn't sound like the fans.
I know. This sounds like a serious basketball program.
Yeah.
The whole thing. And you all know, you saw the baseball coach last year, softball coach this year.
Yeah. Jerks all around. Why does Vanderbilt do that stupid thing where you sit at the end of I
watched
the
one game this year, and I'm like, I think I'm high. This isn't right.
Were you?
No.
Okay.
I mean, just the way the building's built. The seats, the theater seats on the side are below the court, so you can't be on the side because nobody could see. So it's just, and then they kind of tried to overcome that with other facilities. They have the biggest and nicest practice facility, weight room in the whole country, probably, that they built when they built the football stadium addition. So, but they still got that rickety old Memorial Coliseum.
All right, Mack McCarthy talking little hoops here. Let's see, all right, we're in the NBA Finals now, Mac. Do you get any nostalgia for like the Knicks being in the NBA Finals? We don't see it a lot.
I mean, I was alive, but most people I know were not alive when they played the Spurs in the 90s or something like that. They're talking about a rematch. Are you kidding me? How many people were even alive that were in that series? That's crazy.
I liked Sprewell, other than the choking coaches thing, Mac. I really am against choking basketball coaches, but I like that team for some reason. I think that Larry Johnson as well was on that team. It was like they didn't belong in the finals. So
Well, they were like an 8 seed, right?
yeah, they weren't that good, but I remember pulling for them. But the Spurs had a veteran admiral, a young Timmy. They were way too good.
What this is a good question for y'all, because I assumed all along until this recent run by the Knicks that whoever came out of the West was going to be the favorite. Are they still the betting favorite?
Yeah, they're far and away the betting favorite. But it's just like media and public perception. It's like, well, the Spurs are beat up.
I think Mac's asking like who is the favorite, not who is the public betting on. That's too different.
I didn't mean like public betting on, but I just meant like conversations.
But
Spurs are like -2 something.
Yeah, the Spurs are favorites to win the championship.
Yeah.
Interesting, because if you look at social media or the internet in general, you would think the Knicks are going to sweep.
Well, every team has got to be somewhat hot to get to this point, but the Knicks are nuclear right now.
Yeah,
I mean they are steamrolling.
Yeah.
The
I mean,
East.
It's an historic run.
Yeah,
and according to some people, the East was a tougher path.
Who said that?
My dad, who has not watched a minute of NBA basketball until I was at his house on Saturday, and we watched the second half of the Western Conference Finals, Game 7, and he's like, "Oh yeah, the Knicks are going to wipe the floor with them."
When you go on your next radio show, say that the East, the Knicks had a tougher run. And you say people are saying that, and when they say who, say Jared Watkins' dad. That's
I thought we were a tougher team.
Yeah. There we go.
As little as I paid attention, I know that is not actual.
And in the NHL, the Canes are favorites to win the Stanley Cup, Mack McCarthy.
I'm glad.
I can tell.
The Kane fans, I really am. And I even paid attention, they beat the Canadians, and they're going to play like Las Vegas or somebody, right?
Yeah, title town, Las Vegas.
The Colorado Avalanche pulled a UCLA, had a pretty historic. They're like top 10 all-time most points in the regular season and got swept in the Western Conference Final. It was crazy. So that means the Canes won't face the best team and the Canes get home ice advantage. So double winner.
And I know you've got your list of things to talk about, and you did put hockey last. You felt obligated to bring it up, and we did get to it, which is amazing. We must have, flown through a couple things. But the biggest news you haven't brought up at all is how I feel about the BCS. I mean, with all the college football playoff talk. And did you see, finally, it's starting to come. Danny White, the AD at Tennessee, said, why can't we go back to the BCS?
Oh, my God.
Everybody's like 16-24. This guy's like 2.
So we're going back to one championship game, Mac, and that's it?
I guess, or the 4, whichever.
What am I going to do without Tulane
and Ole Miss
beat by Ole Miss?
I want to see Boise and whoever.
I want East Carolina to have just a chance to get in. That's all I want, a chance.
Okay, well, there you go. Basketball's 76 now, so.
Well, it's still not enough, but it's a chance, I guess. All right, we got a dinger in Atlanta. How many runners were on? We're going to find out in just a moment as the fans are cheering. It is now Oklahoma 3, Georgia Tech 2, and a lot of runs left to be scored in that one. So, Mac, good luck. We need as many Mac schools as we can get in the Super. Yeah. So, go Auburn and go Yellow Jackets.
There we go.
Mac, thanks for joining us, man.
Thank y'all. Talk to you next week.
There is Mack McCarthy joining us. Turner Home Team Live Line. We'll take a break, come back, go right back out to that Turner Home Team Live Line. Talk to Double B, Brian Bailey. He joins us when we return. Pirate Radio Live on a Monday. We'll be back with you after this.
Looking for friendly service and hometown convenience? Make it Country Mart in Pitt County. With 2 great locations already serving our community, Country Mart is your one-stop shop for fresh hot food, cold drinks, snacks, fuel, and everyday essentials, all with the fast, friendly service you can count on. And we're growing. A brand new location is coming soon on Highway 11 right across from Aiken-Crifton High School. From breakfast biscuits to afternoon pick-me-ups and the best fuel prices in town, Country Mart keeps Pitt County moving. Country Mart, local, convenient, and always friendly.
It's the final days of the massive store closing liquidation at Bostic Sugg Furniture. Now all remaining inventory must be evacuated, liquidated, and eliminated for pennies on the dollar. Every living room and every dining room, every bedroom and every mattress must go off the floor and out the door. Our floor must be broom swept clean. Final days means nothing stays. Don't wait. It's the final days of the massive store closing liquidation at Bostic Sugg Furniture. 2115 East Fire Tower Road in Greenville. See store for details.
Michaels and Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels and Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels and Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels and Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
The NU in New Blue stands for Next Up, and with their Next Up mentality, they are staying hungry to go the extra mile just for you, humbly learning through continuous training and a commitment to remain focused on working smart to deliver a new level of service excellence. Next Up means doing the small things right because your home deserves it. Whether it's plumbing, electrical, or HVAC issues, New Blue is next up and ready to help. Visit callnublue.com or call 252-228-5855. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. Go Pirates!
Looking for your new favorite hangout spot? Come on down to the Doghouse Tavern, Aiden's veteran-owned crown jewel on 2nd Street. From open mic Mondays to music bingo Thursdays, there's always something happening. Enjoy daily drink specials, one of the best bar menus around, and live music that'll keep you coming back for more. Grab your friends, kick back, and support local at the Doghouse Tavern. Check us out on Facebook to see what's on tap this week. The Doghouse Tavern, where good times and great vibes live.
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates!
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
It's time to shack things up at Burrito Shack. Whether you're craving bold burritos, tasty tacos, or crispy nachos, they got the flavor you're looking for. Made from scratch, chef-inspired, fresh Mex cuisine, served up with a side of laid-back beach vibes. Fast, fresh, and totally delicious, Burrito Shack is where flavor meets the coast. Located in the Lowe's Food Shopping Center in Winterville. Quick, crafted, coastal. Burrito Shack.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where all the locals go For Mexican food and fun, grab your amigos and head to Chico's for the Gulf of Mexico every Tuesday, a huge 38-ounce lime margarita. Wednesdays, all Mexican imports are only $3.49, and on Thursdays is half-price house margaritas. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Monday. Oklahoma leading Georgia Tech 3-2 in the Atlanta Regional. And we've got Texas and Tennessee scoreless in the softball World Series. The winner of this advancing to the championship finals. Those on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by the Buck. We head out to the Turner Home Team live line and talk to Brian Bailey, WNCT Sports Director. He is the host of the Brian Bailey Show. He is a Hall of Famer. He is the host of Brian Bailey's Touchdown Friday, coming back to your TVs in a few months. Bailey, how you doing?
Doing great. How are you?
Doing great. That sounds good to say, though, right? Like June, July, August. It's literally in a few months. Touchdown Friday's back.
I tell you what, I mean, we're not ready. Just a little bit of time, but it's hard to believe. I mean, it's summer starts when the Pirates get eliminated.
Yeah,
that's what we looked at last night. Now the summer begins. Take a little vacation later on and gear up for another great football season to come.
We are 10 days away, according to Victor, on the David Price Construction countdown to football, the World Cup. It is a World Cup year, so there's some sports to keep an eye on, and we got plenty to watch with the Carolina Hurricanes, NBA Finals, Major League Baseball thing, and everything else going on, Bailey. But Pirate season coming to an end. East Carolina goes 2-2 in the Chapel Hill Regional. Those two losses coming to North Carolina. Wins over the big bad Tennessee Volunteers and VCU. What'd you think of the weekend in Chapel Hill?
Well, I said it before we even went to Chapel Hill this time, that every time I've gone to Chapel Hill for a regional or the 1 year for the super regional, I mean, they do a great job of hosting, and they did another great job. I mean, there were great crowds. I mean, it was a tough ticket for fans to get into the place, and I really enjoyed the entire weekend. There's a lot of baseball. Pirates played 14 innings against Tennessee and then come back and try to play, have to play the doubleheader, having beat VCU. And they really took care of business when they needed to against the Rams, and then had to come back and play North Carolina again. But the Tar Heels were the better team of those four. There's no doubt about that. And I think that with everything East Carolina went through, I think it was probably Cliff Godwin's best coaching job. I mean, he got his team to a regional final again for the seventh straight year, and they just battled and battled and battled and wouldn't go away. And I think they deserve a lot of credit, Cliff and the entire coaching staff, for just rallying the troops. When you get that many bad things that happen to you with all those injuries, and then Arian gets hurt in the championship game of the American, and I mean, it just snowballed the entire season. So, yeah, I don't think you can look. I know that everybody was disappointed they didn't make it, past Carolina in that regional, but I think that they did just about everything they could do with what they had.
Yeah, and man, represented East Carolina well, as always. And, man, some really good crowds there, too. I was kind of surprised at how much light blue was there. They really kind of defended their home turf, Bailey. I know there was a good Pirate contingency, but the Tar Heel fans showed up.
I was surprised as well, because I kind of looked around and I kind of thought, man, I was expecting more Pirate fans, but they couldn't get tickets.
Yeah.
I'm sure the reason, and that's good for the regional, because when East Carolina hosts, you don't want anybody that's visiting, like NC State the year the Wolfpack came in there. You don't want any of those fans, or as few as possible, to get in and get tickets. But I thought that the Pirate fans that got there, they were loud and proud.
Brian Bailey joining us on the Turner Home Team live line. Bailey, with all that going on, you had high school baseball, softball to cover as well, and the Hurricanes on Friday night. Did you attempt the triple on Friday?
I thought about it, and I stayed, instead of staying at a hotel in Chapel Hill, I stayed at my daughter's house in Roseville, and then I called him up Thursday, and I said, hey, look, we get through our game on Friday. I said, let's have a pizza party Friday night and let's watch the Canes play. So that's what we did.
Nice.
It was fun being with Luke and being with family and that kind of thing. And then it was Bella's birthday on Friday, so I missed Bella's birthday. So that was heart-wrenching for me. She said, Melissa took a video of her opening the present for me. I got her Shabuzi tickets.
Okay.
Some Shabuzi.
Yeah.
And so Melissa and me and Bella are going to go see Shabuzi in September. And the funny thing is, she started opening it, and she was giggling and laughing. Then she opened it and read it said concert and had a picture of Shabuzi, and she started crying.
Oh, man. Well done. Well done.
That was fun.
Yeah, Brian Bailey getting it done on a busy sports weekend, but the family, 2 birds, 1 stone there, BB. How about the Canes, man? They rolled. Just think back to that first period and all the troubles that Carolina has had in the Eastern Conference Final during this run, this current team, and this championship window that they're in. And they are down, 4-1 after one period of the Eastern Conference Finals. And they lose that game. They played good the rest of the game and made it entertaining. And then after that, I don't think they trailed the rest of the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, and all those ghosts from Eastern Conference Finals past came back, and I didn't realize how bad it was, and just all those stats and everything. But somehow Rod Brindamore deserves a lot of credit, because sometimes psychologically you can falter, and this Canes team they bounced back. They played much better, as you said, in the second and third period of Game 1, and then they just rolled after that. And the overtime wins just took it out of Montreal, and then. That last game, I think Montreal was spent, and just a great deal for Carolina, the Hurricanes. And today was media day in Raleigh, and I had planned on, if East Carolina had won, if the game was at night against Carolina, the ultimate championship game, I was going to try to go over to Lenovo to the media day, but Carolina won the game, so I came on back last night because I needed to take care of some things, so I can go Tuesday night to the first game of the Stanley Cup Finals.
So you plan on going tomorrow night?
Yeah, we've got credentials. Ken Watlington, Zach Kappen, and myself all received credentials, which we were a little worried about because we're coming from Greenville, North Carolina. But we have to go through the National Hockey League for the Stanley Cup Finals. You don't go through the Hurricanes. But we were able to get credentials, so we're going to have live coverage beforehand, and then Zach and I will be live after the game.
That's awesome. Were you there in 06?
No, what's funny about 06 is when we were having issues at our station with a number 2 sports person. And so it was one of those things where we didn't have anybody. And back then, like now, basically what we did at the regional, my cell phone served as my TVU is what we call it. I could turn my phone on, and I could actually go live from Boston Stadium with a phone. But back then, you had to have a truck. So that's how the technology's changed in 20 years. And so we didn't send a truck. We didn't do anything like that. So I did not get a chance to do much at all in 06. So I'm really looking forward to making up for that in 26.
I'll tell you who was there in 06, Pirate Radio, because Shirley, we carried the games, and I think we were broadcasting live, and this was, I don't know, I think I was interning at that time, but I was an employee, I wasn't there. But Shirley, you produced a show from there, right? And actually, who didn't have a ticket and just stayed in after Live at 5? And
that was me and Jonathan.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't have tickets because Jonathan was like, look, just kind of hang out, mill around inside the building.
Act like you belong.
Yeah, because after the show, we were told, we were initially instructed, pack up your gear, go outside the building, and then when the fans start milling, we start letting fans in, then you can come back in. And we're like, okay, no problem. Well, Troy grabbed the gear, and Jonathan was like, let's kind of just hang out here and just act like we're supposed to be here. And I hid in the bathroom. Until fans started milling around, and then I just kind of blended into the crowd. But yes, I did watch Game 7 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. No ticket.
Very well done. Congratulations. So
it was fun. It was my first ever hockey game too.
Troy couldn't blend in.
No. Well, he had seats. He had tickets with his dad. He was actually down by the glass. And we were up with a bunch of Edmonton Oiler fans, and they had like a mock-up, a fake Stanley Cup that they had brought with them, and it was really cool, and we got to hang out with them. And it was, I mean, they were gracious fans. I mean, yeah, they were bummed they lost, but they were a lot of fun to be around.
So you see the attendance for that game add to it because unticketed.
Unticketed.
Bailey, you're a veteran at this game. You ever? How many stadiums have you got into without a ticket or a press pass? Just saying, you know who I am.
Yeah. I can't even say that at 7-Eleven. But true story. We were in Baltimore, and I went over we went Friday night, and on Saturday for the Orioles game, playing the Cubs around my birthday weekend. And I went over and bought tickets so Melissa and Storm and Bella could come in. And I think I had Storm and Bella with me. And Melissa calls, and I said, "Where are you? I got your ticket." And she goes, "I'm already in." I said, "How'd you get in?" She goes, "I don't know. I just kind of wandered in." So I didn't even have to buy her a ticket. I'd already bought it, but she got in without a ticket. So she's a little better at it than I am.
That makes sense, I reckon. Brian Bailey joining us on the Turner Home Team live line. Canes game 1 coming up on Tuesday. So Bailey, you take a breath, I guess. I say that you got a hockey game to cover Tuesday night, but what does your kind of sports calendar for you and Zach look like for the coming weeks? We got the Big Rock coming up, so there's something, right?
We got the Big Rock. We got the NHL Stanley Cup, championship series coming up, Vegas and Carolina. And we got vacation planned.
Yeah.
Zach's going to be off some. I'm going to be off some because this is really the time to do it. I mean, this is because we're going to hit. It's great that we have ECU baseball. Then it's great that we have the Stanley Cup Finals going on and the Big Rock and things like that makes us all relevant. But I tell you what, man, you hit the end of June and July and until August comes with high school football, there's not a whole lot going on. So we'll get a chance to recharge the batteries, as everybody says, and be ready to go in August.
Yes, sir, and definitely well deserved. Brian Bailey joining us today. All right, BB. Well, enjoy game 1 of the Eastern Conference Final. How much NBA finals you gonna watch with Wemby taking on the Knicks?
I haven't watched much of the NBA, but I did watch Wemby and company the other night, and I like watching him play. So I'll probably try to check that out because it'll be the only game in town basically when they play Wednesday night, and then as the series goes, so it'll be fun to keep up with.
All right, man. Well, have fun on Tuesday night, and we'll get a recap with Zach Kaplan coming up on Thursday. A little recap and Game 2 preview when Cap joins us on the show. Thank you, BB. We'll talk to you next week.
Sounds good. Take care.
All right. There is Brian Bailey joining us. Turner Home Team live line. Texas has put up 3 runs. They lead Tennessee. Winner goes to the championship finals of the College Softball World Series. And Georgia Tech, down 3-0 in the first, have scored a couple of runs, but trail Oklahoma 3-2 in the 4th inning on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by the Buck. We'll take a break, come back. When we return, we'll get our new Blue Pirate report. We got comments from Cliff Godwin, Jack Herring, who left it all out there, Ethan Norby, absolute warrior, and also Joseph Webb. Still to come, a chat with Seth Simmons, the former Pirate, now a scout with the San Francisco Giants. So we'll talk about what he's up to these days. He was in Tallahassee over the weekend. We'll catch up with Seth Simmons. Also, we've got our Pirates in the Pros. We've got a lot more to go. Brandon Golden as well. And your comments on YouTube. You can chime in there how you feel about how the Pirates wrapped up the 2026 baseball season. Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Monday after this.
When it comes to protecting your home, don't gamble with just any roofer. Trust the pros at the Boone Group Roofing. Locally owned by Toot Boone, they've been serving all of Eastern North Carolina with honest, high-quality roofing you can count on. They offer no money down, and every job is backed by a 5-year workmanship warranty because your roof should be done right the first time. Don't wait. Call today at 252-714-0021. For a roof that's built to last and service you can trust, the Boone Group Roofing is on top of their game.
The Toot Boone Boogie. Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's Hot Dogs?
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for $7.50 would be awesome.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
Jeff Stein here, back at you from Brown & Wood Buick GMC. And guess what, Pirate Nation? It's truck month only at Brown & Wood Buick GMC. We got 1500s, 2.9 for 72 months, 2500 HDs, 4.9%, 2026 Elevation. This is the deal of the month. The 1500 Crew Cab with the TurboMax engine, $11,549 in savings. And check this out, Pirate fans. That's 20% off MSRP. Only at Brown & Wood, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
Hey Pirate Nation, Bryce Williams here, former ECU tight end and proud customer of Stroud's Marine. Boating season is finally here, and there's no better place to get your boat ready for the water. From tune-ups to parts and accessories, the team at Stroud's Marine has you covered with expert service and hometown-friendly care. So whether you're casting a line or cruising the coast, stop by Stroud's Marine today and let's get you boating right. Follow Stroud's Marine on Facebook and Instagram, or visit stroudsmarine.com to learn more. See you on the water. Go Pirates!
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Vaughn. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Michelob Ultra is brewed here. So is the feeling when we rally together behind one team. From the pitch to the pool, Superior is brewed here. Michelob Ultra, proud sponsor of the U.S. men's national soccer team. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
This is Jennings Hall, former ECU volleyball player, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington has everything you need for game day or any other day for men and women. Whether it's dress, casual, or even a formal occasion, Russell's has you covered. They've served Eastern North Carolina and beyond for over 40 years with quality clothing and personal service, and they have remodeled for even more stuff for you to buy. Russell's Clothing on Main Street in downtown Washington, a proud part of Pirates Supporting Pirates. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Monday. Pirate baseball season coming to an end over the weekend as they lose a couple of games to North Carolina. They knock off Tennessee and eliminate VCU in the process. That Tennessee game was an absolute classic. How many Pirate fans thought ECU was going to win after Ethan Norby gave up the game-tying home run with 2 outs in the ninth to Henry Ford? He then comes back and strikes out Henry Ford later in the game in dramatic fashion, and the Pirates go on to win it. And it was a pretty good game against North Carolina on Saturday. Pirates with an early lead, that 3-run homer. That was tough. Pirates give up the long ball there, and Carolina's able to jump back in the game very quickly and go on and win that game. Pirates responded strong as you could against VCU. And then just ran out of bullets against the North Carolina Tar Heels. We'll talk about it with Brandon Golden later this hour. But you almost got to play perfect in a situation like that when you've played 3 games and the home team, who's the number 5 team in the country, has only played 2, and one of those against VCU didn't have to exude hardly any effort, no stress in that one. So North Carolina earned their spot to host and be in that position, and took care of business in the Chapel Hill Regional. Let's hear from Cliff Godwin on our New Blue Pirate Report as he had his opening comments after the loss.
First off, congrats to the University of North Carolina. They got a great team. They did a great job hosting this regional. Coach Forbes is a great dude, and he does a great job. Scott Jackson is one of my best friends. He was in my wedding in December. It sucks to lose, but if you're going to lose to a group of people that do it the right way. To our team, I thank God that they gave me an opportunity to coach them. 3 weeks ago, we were dead. And today we are fighting for a regional championship, and they played 14 innings back and forth with Tennessee, and of course, lost a hard-fought game last night to North Carolina, and shut up today and beat VCU, and we just couldn't get off the field in those first 3 innings. We made a couple errors and too many freebies, and North Carolina made us pay for it. But I'm as proud of this group as any group I've ever coached, because the adversity that they faced. Losing the Saturday starter in the rotation, the Sunday starter, an All-American closer, middle lineup bat, and they just kept fighting. They just didn't quit, and that's what being an East Carolina Pirate is. And talking to some of my teammates, when they watched that Tennessee game, they said, "Man, I've never been more proud to be a Pirate than watching you guys just continue to fight in 14 innings." So they represented our university in a very positive way. 3.74. Spring GPA, regular season co-champion, conference tournament champion, and getting to a regional championship, and losing to a very, very good North Carolina team.
All right, an emotional Cliff Godwin wrapping up the 2026 season. Jack Herring was banged up, man. Gave it a go yesterday. He's a warrior, and Cliff Godwin talked about his injury. Cut 2.
Broke his handmate in Sunday's championship game. Second to last at bat, he fouled off a ball. He broke his handmate. He actually hit a line drive into left field, and Walker got thrown out with 2 outs at home plate, and then probably would have hit a home run, but the wind was blowing in. And there's not many players in the country that would play with a broken handmate, and he wanted to be out there, and we left him in there to face McDuffie just because we wouldn't be where we are today without Jack Herring.
All right, unfortunate and, bad timing, as the Pirates were a bit snake bit by injuries this year, and Jack Herring, unfortunately, the latest one. Cut 3, Shirley, that the first game, again, absolute classic, but a marathon game, 14 innings. How much did that affect the rest of the regional for ECU?
They gave us everything they had. I mean, when I had my mid-game interview, they're asking, how do we decide on who to pitch today? Anybody that felt good enough to throw the ball forward. That's how we decided who was going to pitch. So, I just appreciate those guys wanting the ball. RT didn't he had some misfortune, and we didn't play good defense behind him, and obviously it was, he walked some guys too, but North Carolina made him pay for it for sure. But just super proud. I mean, Joe, I don't know how many pitches he threw this weekend. Norb's the same thing. Marley, the same thing. I mean, we're going to the same guys just because they give us the best chance to win and just keep the game in somewhat tact. So I'm just, like I said, I couldn't be more proud of just the effort and the fortitude that this group has given me and East Carolina baseball.
All right, cut 4. Cliff talked about how the old school approach still means something at East Carolina in today's world of college athletics.
These guys are about the right stuff, man. I said this before the season. I did not think we would have as much adversity as we had, but I told Coach Palumbo, I said, when crap hits the fan, this group is going to keep it in between the rails because the fibers of the human beings in that locker room are about the right stuff. And if they weren't, we would not be here today. We would not have won a regular season championship, a conference tournament championship. I don't care what conference you're in. This group is about the right stuff. I mean, we're in trailers, the trailer park boys, because of the new facility and stuff, and these guys have never complained about it. It actually probably brought us closer together. I mean, the coach's trailer is connected to the players' locker room. The athletic training room is in the middle of the coach's trailer. We see the guys every day. It's been a neat experience for me, and it's made me appreciate the humans that we have in our locker room.
And finally talked about what it means to have coached Ethan and Connor Norby and what Ethan has meant to the East Carolina program.
I'm very thankful Ethan was a lot more low maintenance than Connor. Connor was a pain in my butt his freshman year. I'm actually just proud that he survived Coach Godwin and stuck with it because he needed East Carolina. Ethan was much more mature, pretty much a 4.0 student. I felt bad his freshman year because I didn't talk to him a whole lot because his brother was in my office like once a week and I was dealing with him about something. But Norbs, man, he always pitched his best late in this season. Dating back to his freshman year, one of my fondest memories as a head coach, we beat Evansville to get to Monday, and of course they always asked Ethan about Connor, and I said, man, I wish somebody would call him up to the big leagues. And we're walking across the parking lot from the team's building, and Blake Hardigree had Connor on speakerphone, and he had made the big leagues on that Sunday night, and Ethan had pitched his tail off against Evansville. And I get chill bumps telling that story because those are the moments, that's why you coach. And the Norby family has meant a lot to me, and I'm very thankful for them.
All right, there is Cliff Godwin, his final meeting with the media after a game in the 2026 season, and emotional after the Pirates fall to North Carolina on Sunday. Let's hear from some of the players. Jack Herring, who once again was going to do all he could to play in what could have been the final game of the season and what eventually was the final game of the season. And he was asked how bad he wanted to get out back on the field despite the injury.
Yeah, I mean, we put a lot of work in. It's not the news you want to hear, but I decided that, the pain that I would feel in my hand wouldn't be the same or comparable to, letting my team down. So I chose to try to, fight for my guys because I know they would fight for me.
He was also asked what can he take away from the Chapel Hill Regional.
Yeah, I mean, just loving the fight that this team can put together when we're connected. I mean, like they said, like we love each other, like we're fighting for every extra day that we have, and that was, special to see out of the guys pull together like that.
Ethan Norby came in against Tennessee and was awesome. Gave up that one home run to Ford. Other than that, just absolutely lights out. And then came back again in a bases loaded, nobody out situation. Really tough situation. Hit a batter, gave up a hit, but again, did his best to try to limit the damage against North Carolina on Sunday. He was asked what he gathered from this Chapel Hill Regional.
I just think the time with my teammates, we got to spend a week and a half, 2 weeks in Florida together under the same roof, spending a lot of time together, playing video games, going to the pool, having fun. Those are the memories I'm going to cherish.
And he was asked what it means to him to be an East Carolina Pirate.
It's meant so much to me. I would do anything for Coach. He gave me a shot. Him and AK just poured so much into me and my family. I'm just extremely thankful for everything that they've done for me and my family.
All right, the Norbies, along with the Agnoses and other great family experiences we've had here at East Carolina, they'll go down in the record books for sure. And Joseph Webb, who Cliff talked about, and he was big for East Carolina after kind of a rough start this season, but he was asked about his experience in the Chapel Hill Regional.
Yeah, kind of the same. I mean, I knew going down the stretch it was going to be could be my last baseball I ever get to play. So just taking it in, being around the guys that I love, my family, and just enjoying getting to play this game that I played since I was 4 years old.
And good for Joseph that the Pirates were able to finish strong and give him a regional experience and be able to play on such a big stage. And he talked about that.
I mean, it was a dream come true. Growing up in North Carolina, I would always watch, the regionals and stuff like that, and watching the great teams. And I played for East Carolina alumni Drew Reynolds, and just hearing about the culture here and knowing how they do it. It's not easy to play here, and that's kind of why I wanted to come and put myself through that and push myself to the limits and get to play in games like this. So all year going into it, I kind of made a note to myself not to take it for granted and take it one day at a time, and it still flew by. So I hate to see it go, but it was definitely the greatest experience of my life so far.
All right, Joseph Webb, Ethan Norby, Jack Herring, Cliff Godwin. Our New Blue Pirate Report. New Blue can help you if you have issues with your heating or cooling or electric or plumbing. They do it all at New Blue online. CallInNewBlue.com, and they will take care of you. All right, Pike checked in and liked the stream. He said he saw Chan several times in Chapel Hill, went to every single game of the Chapel Hill Regional. He said, not proud to say that UNC has just as good of an atmosphere as we do. That was, and I didn't go. I watched it on TV, but that was kind of my biggest takeaway. Talked about it with Bailey earlier, that the Carolina fans showed up. And Carolina baseball feels a little different than the other stuff going on. I mean, the whole wine and cheese stereotype, I guess, but you just heard Cliff Godwin. Everybody I hear talk about Forbes has nothing but great things to say about the guy. Says he's a cool dude, and the fans showed up, it appeared, this weekend. So I guess I'll tip my cap to the Tar Heels. If they didn't show up, it would have been a whole lot of purple and gold there, like it is for regular season games. But Tar Heel fans showed up, and now they will get to show up again because they will be hosting a super regional. Jamie says, would have been surprised if another star player had not been injured. Ridiculous. Hate the baseball gods. He curses the baseball gods. Hunter has a request that Shirley clips Brian Bailey saying Shabuzi. We do have him saying Knipple. Can we get him saying Shabuzi as well, Shirley? Shabuzi.
Knipple?
And bugging and tempting. Is that his only song? Did he make one song and they just play it nonstop?
No, he's got other songs out. That was just a massive hit.
It was. It was everywhere and constant and over again. All right. What are you pointing at me for, Victor? You got something to say? What you got? What you got?
I was saying Shabuzi is Nigerian.
No, he's not. Is he?
Yeah, from my part of Nigeria too.
I'm hearing word that Shabuzi is Nigerian. I believe you, Victor. I just want to look it up myself and see.
I believe you, Michael.
I believe you. I didn't see it, Victor. Now he's from Woodbridge, Virginia.
I mean, his parents are Nigerian.
Right. I believe you. Shabuzi. Oh wow, full name. I'll let Victor say it.
Chibueze.
Chibueze is the last name. Okay.
Means God is king.
All right. Are you comfortable telling us your last name? I don't think we've ever heard it.
My last name?
Yeah.
Ihuka. Ihuka. People say it's Ihuka, and I'm like, nah, I'm not
Ihuka?
Yeah, Ihuka.
Ihuka. What does that mean?
It means what lies ahead is greater than what's in the present.
Interesting.
Yeah, our names typically have
So
names, yeah.
your life is going to get much better than this moment talking to me right now.
That's the plan. You know?
If not, you're in trouble. There we go. Learn something new every day, folks. That's why we're here. Jamie said that's where my parents live, Woodbridge. Jamie, are you Nigerian? I don't know what Jamie is. Jamie, what's the word? Heritage? Your lineage?
Heck yes.
Yeah, whatever. What are you? I want to know what everybody. I want to see everybody's 23andMe DNA right now. Put it on the table. Where y'all from? All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. When we return, we'll talk more baseball with Brandon Golden, and we'll talk baseball in hour 3 as well with Seth Simmons, former Pirate reliever. He'll join us on the program. A lot more to go on a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Also, continue to update you on which I don't know. I think everything else is getting underway at 6 or later. But we'll keep an eye on this Georgia Tech Oklahoma game. Georgia Tech has taken the lead 4-3 over Oklahoma on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by the Buck. Back with you with more Pirate Radio Live after this.
Capital Subaru of Greenville is transforming your everyday commute into something a little more extraordinary, and there's never been a better time to drive one home. From the adventure-ready Outback to the sleek and efficient Forester, they got the perfect ride for you. In addition to their great selection of new and used car inventories, the Subaru Service Center is commanded by a team of experts, handpicked for their knowledge, passion, and promise to treat every car as if it's their own. Capital Subaru of Greenville, off Memorial Drive or online at capitalsubaruofgreenville.com.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers does real burgers better than anybody. And don't forget about the cheese sticks, fresh salads, and more. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, burgers and sports at its best.
Go Pirates! Arr! Sun's out, guns out in Pirate Nation. It's Lindsey Gray with Carolina Caliber. Things are already heating up with Springfield Armory's hottest deal yet. Buy a model 2020 rifle and get a free XDM Elite 10mm pistol. Celebrate Dad with Savage Arms. Buy any Axis rifle and get $75 back. From home defense and concealed carry to shooting sports gear, plus store-wide markdowns and factory promotions, you can't beat this heat. Shop online or visit Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
Pirate Nation, your dream home starts with Unshakable Builders. Now building in Sutherland Estates in Greenville and Dolostone Court in Wilson, with homes available now. And stay tuned, Cross Creek Townhomes in Greenville and Whitaker Glen and Farmville are coming soon. Browse available homes, explore floor plans, and see past projects today at unshakablebuilders.com. Have questions? Use live chat, fill out the contact form, or call the office at 814-9105. Unshakable Builders, build on a solid foundation.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is closer than you think, right outside your front door. With service from American Airlines, you're now connected to destinations around the world, all from PGV. Skip the long lines. Avoid the congestion of larger airports. Fly local and enjoy a faster, easier travel experience. Whether it's business or your next getaway, Pitt Greenville Airport gets you there with ease. Start your journey today at flypgv.com or AA.com. Pitt Greenville Airport. Fast, convenient, and close to home, where the Pirates fly.
Play it again, sport. Buy, sell, trade. Great deals never felt so good. So good, so good, so good. I saved a bunch of cash. Buy, sell, trade. Using my gear like I never knew I could. Play it again, sports. Buying and selling new and used sporting and fitness equipment for over 27 years right here in Greenville. Located on Greenville Boulevard across from the Nissan dealership.
Are you looking to purchase a new home, or are you considering refinancing your current mortgage? This is Talbot Green at Integrity Home Mortgage. We offer a wide variety of loan programs to help get you pre-approved. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with superior customer service you deserve.
To get started, call me,
Joanne Weir at 531-1148.
Joanne Weir in MLS 75974. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender in MLS 208516.
Looking for a night out that's a little different? At Encino Mexican Steakhouse, bold Mexican flavors meet premium steakhouse tradition. Sink your knife into perfectly cooked, hand-cut steaks. Savor rich, authentic dishes inspired by Mexican culinary heritage and pair it all with a handcrafted cocktail. Encino Mexican Steakhouse, where Mexican flavor meets steakhouse perfection. On Memorial Drive in Greenville or online at EncinoRestaurant.com.
This is Jeremy Lewis, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Overtime Tavern, located at 1011 South Charles Boulevard, right across from the Sheets, is your go-to for all the game day action. Come hungry and leave happy with Philly cheesesteaks, glizzies, juicy burgers, and wings that bring the heat. Ice cold drinks, they've got those too. They're open daily till midnight, and on Wednesdays, join Clip Brock for sports trivia and test your game day knowledge. There's always time on the clock at Overtime Tavern. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome back. Trying to find something from hour 1 in our show where my good buddy left side, strong side, gave me a call live on the air. I guess I could do like minus 308, but anyway. Chandler, you called earlier with, I guess it was so we were talking about the regional. You were there in Chapel Hill.
Yes.
So I was like, well, that's weird. He didn't call the landline, but I guess he knows I'll answer. I'll pick up. He wants to talk about what we're talking about. And if that wasn't the case, then it was an emergency, so I needed to answer. But you called and it said somebody was parked somewhere or something. And
our friends next door, Beth next door, reached out to me and said, "Hey, I messaged Clip. I don't know which one of you will respond first."
Yeah.
And so I was not here at the office, so I did not see. I lost track of time, and I was like, I'll just give him a call. Forgot that he hosts a 3-hour show in the afternoons.
Yeah.
And when you answered, you were like, I'm live on the air. So I looked at my phone, and it was 3:09. But instead of saying sorry, I was call somebody else. I was just like, yeah. I was like, yeah, there's somebody parked in the parking spot back there. I just need them to move. Just total awful self-awareness.
Well, I mean, there's a couple of things I could have done. I could have just walked out of the studio, kind of told the listeners to hang on for a second.
Hey, take 5.
We could have had complete silence. Or I could have made an announcement on the air to the public. If you are parked in Beth's spot, please move. Thank you. I ended up calling you back. I was going to tell you that there was like a piece of paper at the end of this table. I needed you to get it for me. Could you come back to the studio? Could you grab it's right over there. Could you grab that paper for me over there? Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
No problem.
The chin man. Hey, look.
Sorry, it's a Monday.
What was Mac getting on you for? Oh, Mac was getting on you for having a full mailbox.
Yeah. I need to do something about that.
Yeah, take care of that. But I told Mac to give you a break, you and Jenny. Put in the mileage, the hours, the sweat, the labor, the blood. There was some tears. This weekend in Chapel Hill. How was your experience there?
It was great. And, I mean, as much as I hate to say it, UNC did a great job of hosting the regional. I thought it was very well put together. It was managed well, and unlike Tallahassee's regional, Kevin Snall saying that was utterly mismanaged.
Wow.
And I believe that's where Coach O was. So,
oh no! Wait, is that his fault? Oh no!
He was talking about the weather situation. We'll have to talk about that later, but it was a great regional. Excited to see East Carolina knock off another SEC school for the second time in a row. Just a hard fought weekend for the Pirates, and of course they're having to play with depleted bullpens and short of starting pitchers in the rotation. But I thought guys, stepped up, and the crowd, ECU crowd, was great. But we talked about this before the regional even started. The lack of access of tickets for ECU Pirates fans, and that kind of showed on Saturday night, and then yesterday on last night as well. UNC fans totally dominating the Bosch, but it was fun. And
was that surprising to you?
Yes.
Have you been? You've been to games there before, right?
Yes, and Pirate fans, infiltrated that place.
Yeah.
But there was just a very small group of Pirate fans. There was a good crowd there for the BCU game, but a lot of those fans were not able to access tickets for that night game. And it was terrible to see because usually the Pirate fans want to be there and support the program, but you look, North Carolina's a great team. They're a top 5 team in the country for sure. In this,
top 5,
a top 5 for sure in this tournament. And appreciated everybody that wanted to get a picture for Pirate Radio. Everybody being a part of the content that we had. Had several people compliment us of helping them get information, keeping them up to date with ECU baseball and ECU sports in general. So it was great to meet some of those fans. So, had a great time. Just hate that the Pirates were not able to get through that regional successfully.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I hate every year that losing press conference.
Yeah.
Of course, you got your players coming in. The worst was with Danny Beal, Carter Cunningham.
Oh,
that was bad. And yesterday we saw it with Norbs. Norbs came in with red eyes, and you could tell he had just got done crying. And of course, Coach Godwin got emotional. So those are always tough press conferences. But hey, we live to see another year next year, and hopefully we could be hosting a regional.
Hopefully so. I had not seen the Kevin Schnall stuff, so now I'm very intrigued by that.
Because that is where Coach O was.
Yeah, he was the site rep. So this is the Coastal coach who might be the South Carolina coach very soon, talking about his experience, I guess.
Coach, you mentioned the tarp last night. Just the way things were handled in terms of calling the game off. Was the field playable in your opinion? How did you think they went about making that decision ultimately?
Well, we talk a lot about student-athlete wellness. We were eating dinner at 3 in the morning. We showed up here at 11:30, right? Again, this is part of hosting a regional. That's the value of hosting a regional. Well, you go in a rain delay, if you're the home team, you shower, you clean your uniform. Can you imagine the way our guys felt in that uniform? Wet, sweaty, but you got my picture, right? Not comfortable. Itchy. How many times can we go down, get back up, go down, get back up? And it got to the point where it said, enough is enough. You can only eat so many wraps.
I disagree.
It was mismanaged, but that's all I'm going to say about that. Utterly mismanaged.
That is not my food.
Oh, no. I hope he's not talking about Coach O.
Could you imagine Schnall maybe getting in his face? Being like, do your job. I am doing my job. I am trying my best.
Why don't you
I cannot control the weather. I do not care about the weather.
What's it called, Shirley? Gold Balm or whatever? What do you put on itches? Don't you rub some...
Yes, Gold Bond.
Put some Gold Bond on. Give me...
Give us a better hug. Does Diego give a better hug or Brandon Marsh?
Is that coming from my phone? My phone's off.
Good evening, Howard.
My phone is off.
That is weird.
That is the AI.
Is that my fault too?
I pay for AI.
Clip, that was utterly mismanaged.
That's all I'm going to say about that. And it's starting to make me itch.
Oh, my God. Hey, you can only eat so many wraps. I disagree.
I could take down some wraps. You giving me free wraps? I'm not going to complain about free wraps.
A Caesar wrap from OT's? I'll eat that every day.
You put me in a wet uniform at 3 a.m. with a table full of wraps?
Eating dinner at 3 a.m.? I did that on the weekends in college.
I used to ask Mom if we could do that all the time. Hey, Mom, can we eat dinner at 3 a.m. tonight?
Pizza rolls at 3 a.m. is the best.
Oh, man. Well, I'll see if I can remember to ask Coach O about that next time we talk to him. Yeah. Not a great subject, but hey, got to bring up the uncomfortable subjects from time to time. Chandler, what did you do outside of being at the Bosch this week? Like, did you watch any squeeze play? Like, you were busy.
Yeah, busy. Watched squeeze play. Watched Canes on Friday night. And then it was with the Pirates losing Saturday night. Really didn't have time to do a whole lot. Got back to Greensboro.
And had to go right back to the game Sunday.
And we were leaving Greensboro around like 9:15 to get there about 2 hours before first pitch so we can get settled in our parking deck, go to some tailgates and get some pictures of people, videos of people tailgating. And so we were able to have a little fun outside, in which we had a great time covering inside the stadium and the tailgates as well. But the downtime was very little, especially on that Saturday night. I was hoping we could win that game Saturday night so we could wait until 5 o'clock on Sunday. But back at it early morning on Sunday, and was able to see another Pirate win. But the errors and I believe the tiredness of pitching got the Pirates yesterday afternoon.
Yeah, it was a fun weekend though, man. That was an absolute classic on Friday.
I was telling somebody the other day, I said, I feel like every year there is a game where the game is done and I'm like, I'm going to watch the highlights of that one for years to come.
Yeah.
Like the Tennessee game, like the Texas Friday night game in the Super Regional a few years ago. I watch that all the time. I will watch this Tennessee game, the highlights of it, for years and years and years. What an absolute classic. And just a great job by Cliff Godwin managing that ball game and getting the right guys in there to pitch. And it's, you know what? Shame on East Carolina. Shame on them for using so many arms.
For trying to win the game.
For trying to win the game. Yeah. You should go 0-1. Why are you trying to go 1-0? Yeah. Save your arms for the next day. I've enjoyed your Twitter, by the way.
You want to talk about being busy this weekend?
You were busy, brother.
Saturday, man. I was in the live.
And people were like, man, you haven't done this in a while. So I feel like people don't realize, like, this is what you used to do on a daily basis. You used to do this every day. You used to take no time off. And it's like Batman whenever he like said, I'm done, but then they needed his help and he goes to the Batcave and sees his suit. That was you.
I felt like Dr. Dre and forgot about Dre. Like, they kept messing around with me and turned me back to the old me. And once I got going, I couldn't stop. I just need like one dumb SEC fan to trigger me, give me just one little thing, and I can make a weekend out of it.
Yeah.
And I did.
And look, we're going to have Cliff Godwin on here soon to kind of recap the 2026 season. But, I mean, he's busy. I mean, even the season is over, but he's still busy. He's got end-of-the-year meetings. He's going to have the transfer portal opening here soon. He's got kids camps. But
what are you, a spokesman?
Huh?
What are you doing?
Well, I was getting to the kids camp part where they need to cancel that.
Oh.
They need to cancel that. Save the arms for 2038. Save them.
Chandler's doing bids from my Twitter this week.
That one was your best, the Tennessee kids camp. Needing to cancel it.
Yep, they might need those arms in a hypothetical game. The dude, I know what they're saying, but even after the fact, they're like, we could have beat y'all and then could have had more pitching. Like, you're talking about hypothetical situations. I want to win the game we're playing. I want to win the actual baseball game instead of thinking about what could happen in this game and the next game. Like, by the time you figured out what could happen in your games, you were done for the weekend.
Yeah.
And East Carolina was playing 2 more games.
I was so excited to win that game on Friday. And then when I was on the air with you, I was going through how many pitchers and how many arms we used and kind of was thinking, oh, man, what are we going to do tomorrow? And then I was like, who cares? We'll worry about that tomorrow.
I know. And you,
what a win.
There's something too, obviously. You want to save your best, but if you're not in a situation to do that, you got to get in the winner's bracket. You get into the loser's bracket, you're toast.
Yeah.
Right, Tennessee? So, you had to. I said just ride Norby as long as you have to, because if you lose this game, it's we're done. We're definitely done. If you win, you got a chance. And anyway,
but it was a fun baseball season. It was great to cover it the last 3 weeks, and the next time we will be covering an ECU event, it will be Tuscaloosa. We will be in Tuscaloosa for ECU versus Alabama. 96 days away until kickoff on the David Price Construction Countdown to Kickoff.
Welcome back, DP.
Excited about that, man.
Had him on the show last week.
Yes.
A lot of fun.
He enjoyed it, and Britt Pons actually came up to me and said, enjoyed the segment with David Price the other day. I said, hey, he's back. The David Price Countdown to Kickoff is back.
You said it just, did you say it just like that?
Yeah, Britt said, what did you say? And I said, excuse me, Britt. Let me say this again.
A DVD, that's all,
David
folks?
Price Construction Countdown to Kickoff is back. 96 days away.
All right, Sean, go take care of the parking lot. Make sure all the cars are in the right spot.
Yeah, I believe the police are surrounding the building.
We will take a break, come back. When we return, Seth Simmons will catch up with the former Pirate reliever, now a scout with the San Francisco Giants. Got that on the way, hour 3, plus Brandon Golden and Pirates in the Pros. Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, after this.
Looking for friendly service and hometown convenience? Make it Country Mart in Pitt County. With 2 great locations already serving our community, Country Mart is your one-stop shop for fresh hot food, cold drinks, snacks, fuel, and everyday essentials, all with the fast, friendly service you can count on. And we're growing. A brand new location is coming soon on Highway 11 right across from Aidan Grifton High School. From breakfast biscuits to afternoon pick-me-ups and the best fuel prices in town, Country Mart keeps Pitt County moving. Country Mart, local, convenient, and always friendly.
Yeah, Rajay Harris, and my spot to fuel up for great food in Greenville is Basil's. Looking for lunch today? Basil's lunch menu features signature pizzas, pastas, sandwiches, and salads starting at just $11. After work, grab a dinner and drink with friends with delicious rotating shelves features and plenty of ice-cold specials at the bar. Eat local, drink local at Basil's, your community restaurant on Fire Tower in Greenville. Basil's, Pirates supporting Pirates.
CopyPro, the professional office systems people, have been serving Eastern North Carolina since 1971. From Greenville to Wilmington, businesses trust CopyPro for reliable technology, award-winning service, and top brands like Konica Minolta and Ricoh. Need multi-function printers, document management, or network solutions? CopyPro delivers powerful tools backed by certified technicians and a team dedicated to your success. CopyPro, professional people, professional systems, powerful results. Visit copypro.net or call 756-3175 today.
It's the final days of the massive store closing liquidation at Bostic Sugg Furniture. Now all remaining inventory must be evacuated, liquidated, and eliminated for pennies on the dollar. Every living room and every dining room, every bedroom and every mattress must go off the floor and out the door. Our floor must be broom swept clean. Final days means nothing stays. Don't wait. It's the final days of the massive store closing liquidation at Bostic Sugg Furniture. 2115 East Fire Tower Road in Greenville. See store for details.
At Children's Health Services, we understand the importance of your child's well-being. This is Dr. Chris Osmick, and our mission is to provide comprehensive, patient-centered health care through every stage of child development, starting the day they are born in the hospital. We are not just here to treat illnesses. We are here to partner with you on your child's health journey. Schedule your appointment today to build a brighter, healthier world for your children.
Hey everybody, this is Parker Bird. Visit our friends at Children's Health Services on Arlington Boulevard on 10th Street and at childrenshealthservices.org. Go Pirates.
Miss Shirley, play my dad's commercial now.
Okay, Lincoln, you got it.
Looking for the best ride on 4 wheels? I'm Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts in Greenville. From parts to sales to service, we've got you covered with E-Z-Go, Club Car, and rugged utility carts ready to roll. Locally owned and operated, we'll even deliver right to you. Come see me on Highway 43 just past D.H. Conley High School or visit 360golfcarts.com.
360 Golf Carts, Pirates supporting Pirates. Arr!
This July 4th, celebrate America's 250th in the original Washington, where history comes to life. Festivities begin Friday, July 3rd at 4:30 p.m. with the grand opening of the city's brand new History Museum. On Saturday, kick off the day with the Founding Fathers 5K at 8 a.m., explore history exhibits, and enjoy free trolley rides from 10 to 2, and live music from 7 to 9 p.m. Then look to the skies for a spectacular fireworks show at 9:15 p.m. Come walk through 250 years of history, celebration, and community. Right here in the original Washington. Learn more at visitwashingtonnc.com.
Overtime Tavern is the place to be for great food, cold drinks, and all your game day action with over 10 TVs. Swing in today and try a mouth-watering burger, glizzies, wings, or check out their daily specials featuring some of the best items on the menu. OT's has a weekly lineup of entertainment starting Tuesday with Singo, Wednesday is sports trivia with Clip Brock, and Thursday's local acoustic acts playing the tunes. OT's is located on Charles Boulevard across from the Sheets and is open daily from 11 a.m. to midnight. There's always time on the clock at Overtime Tavern.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, W224EI Greenville, WDLX Washington, and W281CH Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Drive a little and save a lot at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has a great selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, plus they offer service to all makes and models in a state-of-the-art facility. Drive a little and save a lot with a short trip to Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Highway 264 in Washington and online at WashingtonChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
All righty, back with you, Hour 3, Pirate Radio Live, as we come to you a day after the ECU baseball season comes to an end. And we'll talk more about that this week, tie a bow on the 2026 season. A couple of folks in the chat. Alex said, it's their fault the game went so long. Tell Tennessee fans to tell Henry Ford not to hit a bomb in the ninth. We could have all gone home arrested. That is true. That is your fault, Henry Ford in Tennessee. Jamie said, not to mention the mental impact of playing a game like that and then losing. Can't be good the first game. Exactly. You got to go win it. There were Tennessee fans making fun of ECU for trying to win that game and using their pitchers. And I just think that's insane behavior. But what do I know? Let's talk to a former Pirate closer, Seth Simmons, who is still in the baseball world, and caught up with Seth earlier today. Here's that chat. All right, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, former Pirate Seth Simmons joining us. We'll talk about what he's up to these days and talk about some of his glory days here at ECU as well. Seth, how you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey, doing great. Appreciate you coming on the show. And before we look back, let's talk about what you're up to these days. Had a long career after ECU in baseball, and you're still sticking with a career in baseball, right? So tell us what you're up to.
Yes, sir. I shortly after I retired, I actually joined the Dirtbags as the pitching coordinator, and then I think I stayed there for almost 2 years. And then got in touch with my old head coach, Billy Godwin, that was at ECU, and he hooked me up with the Giants, and then I became a scout. I'm area scout. I took over the Texas area for 3 years and just moved back to North Carolina, and I'm doing the North Carolina, South Carolina area for the Giants.
That's awesome, man. I've talked to the Dirtbags folks and some Pirates that came through the Dirtbags program. Just curious, any names we would recognize that you coached while you were there?
Jacob Jenkins Tower, for sure. Had an integral piece in getting Norby on the group. And then obviously was in touch with Cliff and Jeff about getting Norby to the Pirates. Those are the two that stand out the most. I know Bristol Carter was there, and I think he transferred to Auburn. Had him, Austin Irby. Those are the guys that come to mind off the top of my head. Jackson DiLorenzo, guys like that.
Yeah, that's cool, man. And there's some JC Norby. Appreciate the Norby connection there. That helped us out quite a bit the last few years.
Oh yeah, yeah. I love Norbs. I remember telling Palumbo, I was like, I think the guy's gonna throw harder, which I'm glad I was right there. But I remember seeing Norby when he was like 84, 86, and I was like, this dude can absolutely pitch, and he is afraid of no one. So I was like, he just looks like a pirate every time I went out there and saw him pitch, and he just continued to get better and better. And I'm glad he was able to come to ECU and do the things that he did there. He had a great career there, and hopefully, it goes well for him in the draft. And we can look back and see how he did at ECU, and then hopefully he's playing on TV just like his brother.
Yeah, no doubt. Seth Simmons joining us had a good read there, and let me ask you, as a scout now, you have your own career to kind of follow. You know what it takes to improve and get better as you get older. But I'm curious, Seth, like, why were you a closer and not a starter? Were you turned into a closer? Did you want to be a reliever? Did you want to be a starter? How does that work out for a pitcher? How did it work out in your case?
I didn't have any expectations going to college. I was a little bit undersized, being 5'9", and really being a two-pitch pitcher out of high school, fastball, slider. I actually committed to NC State out of high school. That was probably my own problem, committing there too soon, not giving ECU the fair shake that I should have right out of high school. But it all worked out. I got to school, and it's funny, I was with Billy Godwin at Tallahassee, and we talked about it. I wanted to pitch as much as possible, and throwing one time a week wasn't going to do that. And I could throw a lot when I was in college. I threw a lot of sliders when I was in college anyway, so I really just embraced that role and found that was just better for me and better for my development. And the staff there with Link and Bill Jarman and eventually Dan Roselle and Billy, we just all felt like that was more valuable, being able to throw 2, 3, maybe even sometimes 4 times a week. And I just started to embrace that role. And I think it just helped my development. And the more times I could get out there, the better I was as a pitcher.
Seth Simmons joining us. Seth, I love talking to college football coaches about recruiting, especially here to East Carolina, because they're taking these lean high school guys and trying to picture in their brain, all right, can I mold this guy into a D1 offensive lineman? Because it's tough to bring ready-made O linemen here to ECU. You're talking about, with the dirt bags, you thought Norby could improve his velocity once he got to college. Now you're scouting young men and trying to project what they're going to be as grown adults, as grown men. So how about that challenge? What are you looking at in players that are pretty good now, but how do you say, hey, trust me, this guy's going to get even better in 5 years?
The first thing I look for is obviously the body. We don't necessarily have a height requirement or anything like that, but yes, the guys that are 6'3", 6'4", 6'5", they jump off the table right when you show up to the ballpark. So you look at the body, the leanness, the athleticism comes next. It's kind of how they move. If we're talking about pitching, because I do both sides of the baseball, if we're talking about pitching, you want to look at the delivery. How easy do they move in space? How well do they control their motion? How well do they control their delivery? How much effort's into it? And then we start at the plate after that. What's the stuff look like? And then how do they put it all together? And then you go on to how do you project on that? Obviously, your bigger, stronger guys you think are going to always get better. Whether it be with the stuff or the command, or is at the plate, whether it's going to be, are they going to get stronger? Is the bat speed going to continue to come? Stuff like that. But yeah, we really look for athletes. I love guys that play multiple sports because it teaches athleticism without having to get into a weight room, a training room to try and, teach that. So, I look for athletes. That's really what it boils down to. I try to stick with the athlete. I think you can really mold an athlete.
And Seth, your scout travels took you to Tallahassee this weekend, and you mentioned Billy Godwin earlier. I know Coach O said he was down there as well. So did you have a little mini Pirate reunion down there in Florida?
Yeah, we right before FSU took BP, it was me, Link, Billy, and Coach O all huddled together there in the stands talking to each other about old times, and it was great. And I love Coach O. Coach O's a legend. Coach has always been good to me when I was there at ECU and now scouting. They just don't make many like Coach O.
Awesome stuff, man. And I was thinking during the weekend, I watched East Carolina and I watched Squeeze play all weekend, and relatively good weather across the country, although I know Auburn, Alabama, and then where you were certainly got hit, and Tallahassee maybe the worst. I think they're still trying to catch up, right, on games in Tallahassee. So you were able to see some baseball, but not everything, right?
I saw most of the guys that needed to be seen for our draft this year. Florida State's got some good arms. St. John's has got a really good team. They're scrappy. They got the top of their order is solid. NIU played really good. They didn't beat themselves. Those guys threw strikes and they came up with big hits when they needed to. They ran into the buzzsaw that is Florida State. I mean, Link's done a heck of a job there, recruiting and getting guys in that play baseball well. And obviously he's got one of the best arms in the country in Wes Mendez. So we'll see what happens today. They have to win twice today to keep on moving. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, they got hit with a real storm pretty much every single day I was there.
Yeah. Seth, man, the connections you can make in baseball, you talked about a bunch of them there. Your ECU connections you had in Tallahassee. How about ECU playing Tennessee? The head coach, the manager of the organization you work with is the former Tennessee head coach, and Tony Vitello, and his old team was facing the Pirates. Pirates able to knock off Tennessee, but the dang Tar Heels, man, it doesn't matter if it's 2026 or 2006 or whatever, they can pitch. Sometimes they're lacking a little bit in the offense, but man, North Carolina's always got the arms, and Pirates ran into some pretty good arms and couldn't quite get it done. But man, another good season for Cliff Godwin and company.
Absolutely, what they were able to accomplish this year in Greenville was outstanding. They faced a lot of adversity, and you got to give kudos to the guys that maybe not expected to play much or we're going to be more of role players or platoon player type things going on there. They were able to step up, and they were in another regional championship. So you got to tip your cap to those guys and just keep on grinding. And that's the name of the game. You just ran into a really good Carolina team. I mean, that's what they are this year. I mean, they were steady all season. They've got great pitching. They've got a great bullpen. I think the world of Scott Forbes. He recruited me when I was in high school. He's just an outstanding human being, a baseball guy. Bryant Gaines over there as well. He's a really good pitching coach. You just got to tip your hat to those guys. They do well in recruiting. They do well in developing, and they always have a stout team. We always used to say it when we were at ECU when I was there. You're going to have to roll through teams like that if you're going to get to Omaha. And it's just, they made plays and they made pitches when they had to.
Another connection, Seth, East Carolina and the Giants is Carson Wisenhunt. How's Carson doing as far as you know?
Carson's he's shoving right now. He's doing well. Hopefully he can get his way back to the big leagues and stay there full time. That's a little bit above my pay grade. That goes on to the player development side, but he's doing what he needs to do to make himself known. And Carson's always been a really good pitcher. And we talk about size, stature, and stuff, and he's got all of it.
Man, so it is awesome to see, Gavin, Trey Savage, you got Jeff Hoffman, and the Pirates have had pitchers in the pros in the past, but to have two position guys, Connor Norby and Burleson, I mean, it's amazing. It's probably the most Pirates ECU's had in the big leagues and the minor leagues combined, I would think, ever. So that's got to be pretty cool to see as a former Pirate.
Yeah, it's awesome to see. I think I saw a thing on Twitter before the season started. We had the most guys in the big leagues from a mid-major. I think it was like 6 to start the season, which is awesome. Just speaks volumes to that program and what they've been able to do over the years from when, I was there to now to even before me. It's awesome to see how well they've done recruiting and developing throughout. Sean Armstrong, who I played with, is still in the big leagues.
Yeah.
He's still kicking it around. And he's still a valuable piece to an organization. So, it's awesome to see those guys continue their careers and do well. I mean, because I think we talk about it as scouts all the time, how hard it is to make it to the big leagues. Like, I think you could take every big leaguer that's ever played, and it still doesn't fill a major league stadium. So that speaks volumes to the Pirates.
Seth Simmons joining us today on Pirate Radio Live. Seth, you were at the Tallahassee Regional scouting the college guys. Man, Major League Baseball different than a lot of sports because you got to scout the high school kids too, right? So how much, dirt bags, canes, showcase baseball, high school baseball, is that your area as well?
Yes. I'm getting ready to – it's crazy how the draft works and everything now. I'm actually, as soon as we get off the phone, I'm about to head and watch the next class come in, the 27 class, and we haven't even drafted the 26s yet. So, I follow around the Dirtbags all summer. I'll follow around the Canes, guys in my area. I'll follow those guys around from North and South Carolina, and then I'll go over and do Team USA stuff with the high school kids. So I'll get a chance to see the country, and it gives you perspective on, what you have in your area and what other guys have in their areas. But yeah, high school is a big integral piece and what we look for. Some of the best players that are in the big leagues came out of high school. So it gives you a nice little base. You can start your projections there to see where guys might fit if they're ready to go play now, or they might need a couple years or 3 years or whatever it is at a place like an ECU.
A couple more and we'll let you run, Seth. How much have things changed? Like, are you evaluating players differently than you were evaluated with the advent of, the analytics and all that? Is the game changed a lot from your time to now?
Oh, yeah, big time. I still think you have to keep it simple. But yeah, analytics jump in there and we see it. We get the information from our front office. Lets us know that sometimes guys can get overlooked. And so you have to go in and give it a second look. You got to really put your scout goggles on and dive deep. Guys that, have some metrics that maybe not jump out to the eye immediately, but, I'll give an example. I watched a kid, and it's kind of like, actually, I'll just go ahead with Trey Savage. He's got some outlier stuff that maybe not jumps off at you immediately, but the guy doesn't get hit, and he throws a ton of strikes, and he's big, and he's strong. He matches all that stuff, and then the pitches come out, and the stuff comes out, and you start to really break it down analytically, and it starts to go, well, this guy, is really hard to hit because everything looks the same. And you might overlook that as a scout because you're like, well, I'm looking for the big breaking ball, or I'm looking for the drastic stuff. And, Trey does it more with deception and his arm action, and the stuff all looks similar coming out of his hand. And you could miss that with sometimes if you don't have the analytics to back it up. So, guys like Trey, the guy down at Tallahassee, the Trey Beard kid that I watched this weekend, sometimes, stuff doesn't jump off the table to you immediately, but all those dudes do is pitch and get swing and miss, and, the analytics help you back it up.
And finally, Seth, as a pitcher, if you throw a strike, you want it to be called a strike. If you throw one half inch off the plate, you want that one, and it's a good frame job, you want that to be a strike too. So I like asking you guys your thoughts on the ABS. You for it or against it?
I'm actually for it, and I know as a pitcher that's probably not the norm, because you want to kind of get a feel from the umpires, like, hey, is he going to give you off, away, and then not give you in? He's going to give you up, he's going to give you down. But I feel like in today's game, especially if I was pitching, if I exactly knew the strike zone and I knew that it was going to be called every time, I would know how to attack. And then you go into your scouting reports and go, okay, this guy can hit this and this guy can't hit this. This guy does this well with runners on. This guy doesn't do this well with runners on. Now the strike zone doesn't really come into play because you know what is a strike and what is not a strike. So I'm for it in the sense that as a pitcher, I would know exactly how to attack each hitter, because it just comes down to, hey, that's a strike and that's not a strike. And as a hitter, I mean, obviously I didn't hit, but I think hitters probably get the same feel as, like, I know that it's just me and this guy competing against each other. I know what a strike is. I know what a ball is. My bat's not going to be taken out of my hands in case a ball is 3 balls off the plate and the guy rings me up because this guy's been so good around the zone. I'm just going to give him that pitch. It's a little bit more of the chess match, which I like. So I am for it. I'm for getting all the calls right. For me, I think it makes a cleaner game. I get that we've always had the human error, but in today's game and the way and how fast it's played today, it's played faster than when I played it. I just think you have to get the calls right. These guys are just so good. You can't take at bats away. You can't take pitches away. You can't take outs away. It's just such a hard game already that I'm all for getting the call right.
Seth, I appreciate the time you gave us today. I feel like I could ask 20, 30 more questions, but we'll let you run. So let's catch up down the road and do it again, man. And appreciate you joining us, and awesome to see what you're doing in baseball, man. Keep up the good work, and we'll catch up down the road, bud. I
appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right, Seth Simmons, great to catch up with the former Pirate. So I tweeted out this weekend. Jeff Sabater, it was awesome that Cliff Godwin brought in a professional Lane Hoover impersonator in Jeff Sabater. And I texted Lane and told him about that. And he said, I was thinking the same thing. And I posted that interaction. And somebody had pointed out that Lane had ghosted me when I asked him to come on the show, like last year or 2 years ago or something. And I said, well, I asked him to come on again this week. Will he ghost me again? We'll find out. But I'm going to go ahead and spoil it. We will talk to former Pirate Lane Hoover coming up Wednesday on the show. We'll catch up with Hoove. He's got a big boy job now, but man, one of my all-time favorites at ECU, and we'll talk about his playing days and him watching the boys this year and more coming up Wednesday. But love catching up with former Pirates, including Seth Simmons, who we talked to there. We'll talk to a former Pirate trainer when we return, Brandon Golden. We'll get his thoughts on the Chapel Hill Regional, as he was at every ECU game this weekend. Got that on the way. Pirate Radio Live on a Monday. We're back with you after this.
Planning a special event, whether it's a baby shower, bridal luncheon, birthday party, or even a tailgate at Clark LeClaire Stadium, Chicken Salad Chick has you covered. Their fan favorite mini croissant platters is just one of many options to choose from, perfect for any occasion. With a variety of chicken salad flavors, there's something for everyone to enjoy. Let us do the work while you enjoy the event. Delicious, fresh, and served with a smile. Chicken Salad Chick Catering. Make every event memorable. Visit chickensaladchick.com to place your catering order. Just remember, you pick it up and we'll have it ready to go. Chicken Salad Chick, where every event is a little bit tastier.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway we are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels and Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
Summer's here. You're at the beach, halfway up a mountain, finally relaxing, miles from home.
And then your phone buzzes. Not panic, just a quick check-in. Because with SCI, you already know what's going on.
Real-time alerts, 24/7 monitoring, full control of your home or business, right from your smartphone.
So while you're making memories, you're never wondering what's happening back home.
SCI Security, because you don't get security system for the days nothing happens. You get the system for the moment something does.
Travel smart, travel secure, and protect what matters.
Call today and get protected before your next trip.
The new Papa John's oven toasted sandwiches are here. Try the Philly cheesesteak, chicken bacon ranch, and steak and mushroom starting at just $7.99. Chef-crafted oven toasted sandwiches filled with fresh toppings, melty sharp cheese, and savory sauces on ciabatta bread, brushed with special garlic sauce, and toasted. Available for pickup or delivery. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards and start earning points for your favorite menu items. Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in ENC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kid Scene.
Y'all come get bucked up. Looking for the perfect bottle of wine or something a little more unique? Discover Simply Divine Oil and Wine in Arlington Village. With a huge selection of hand-picked wines and gourmet olive oils, there's something for every taste. Not sure what to choose? Kimberly and her expert team are always ready to guide you, answer your questions, and help you find your new favorite. Join the fun with wine tastings twice a month or test your knowledge at trivia every Thursday. Follow Simply Divine Oil and Wine on Facebook and Instagram to stay in the know. Simply Divine Oil and Wine. Elevate your pour.
If you're looking to make someone's day a little sweeter, Nothing Bundt Cakes has the perfect treat. From our bite-sized buntinis to our delicious 8 and 10-inch Bundt Cakes, every cake is baked fresh daily and topped with our signature cream cheese frosting. Birthdays, celebrations, office treats, or just because. There's always a reason for a Bundt Cake. Come see us in Greenville in the Law Promenade Shopping Center near Longhorn and let us help you share a little joy, one bunt at a time. Nothing Bundt Cakes. Make life a little sweeter every day.
If you're looking for a delicious home-cooked country breakfast or lunch, look no further than CD's Grill. CD's Grill in Winterville has the best country cooking around. Start your day with CD's mouth-watering homemade cheese biscuits, eggs cooked to order, and pancakes so big and fluffy there's no way you leave hungry. Open Monday through Friday from 5:30 a.m. until 2 p.m. and Saturday from 5:30 to 11 a.m. CD's has lunch specials and an all-you-can-eat salad bar. Stop by, say hey to owner Jason Brown and the CD's crew. CD's Grill, 111 West Fire Tower Road in Winterville. CD's Grill, the best country cooking around.
This is Josh Moylan, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Looking for the perfect place to swing, sip, and score in Greenville? Check out the Birdie Bar on Dickinson Avenue. Whether you're dialing in your golf game on their state-of-the-art simulators or just kicking back with friends and cocktails, Birdie Bar brings the perfect mix of competition and nightlife. No dress code, no pressure, just great vibes, cold drinks, and a year-round golf fun. Book your bay today at thebirdiebarnc.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Rolling right along on a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live as we tie a bow on the ECU baseball season, and we'll keep the baseball talk going with Brandon Golden. He was at every game over the weekend and had a chance to kind of recap the weekend that was. Here's my chat with BG.
All right, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live. Actually, it's his third straight show he's been on with us. He's becoming a regular. Brandon Golden, we appreciate you joining us Thursday and Friday, BG. Thursday to preview, Friday to celebrate, and Monday to talk about the end of the Pirate baseball season. But Pirates won a couple in Chapel Hill, made it a fun weekend, right?
Yeah, it was an awesome weekend, and yeah, thanks for having me. It's been fun to hang out with you a little bit.
So I know you were there Friday. Did you get to any other games over the weekend?
I was at every one of them. Yeah, I was at every one of them.
Nice. What that you noticed was the separator between North Carolina and East Carolina?
That's a good question. I mean, obviously, probably the NIL side of things maybe a little bit different. I think from yesterday's game, we made a couple mistakes early on, and they didn't. And it's tough when you talk about a team that had to go out there. I mean, Cliff said it in his post game, like a team that was dead in the water. To go out there and do what they've done in Clearwater in this past weekend, like I couldn't be more proud of a group of kids and a coaching staff, and just the way they went about it and how they represented who we are as Pirates and how that stuff works. Man, it was really impressive to watch.
Yeah, I mean, you get in those situations, you got to play, perfect. And Ryan Towers, I think the first inning gave up a solid hit, maybe walked the guy, and then other than that was just some ground balls, and just the right place, wrong time, or however you want to put it for the Pirates. But you fall behind, Brandon. You're trying to play catch up. It's just tough to do against good teams.
For sure. I mean, those guys. I mean, Ryan Towers is super talented, and his velo wasn't up what it normally is when he first came in the game, but he was still pitching his butt off and competing. That's what I was just so proud of him and the rest of the team. Just to go out there and compete their tails off and let the chips fall where they fall.
I'll give some credit to North Carolina. Their stereotype is the wine and cheese and stuff like that, but Forbes seems like a very respected coach from people I know that know him and talk about him. And also I saw on the broadcast they talked about, and East Carolina does this as well, but every ground ball they are digging it out, making it a routine play, a tight play, and you do that every time. It's going to work out for you. So for the old North Carolina highfalutin Chapel Hill folks, they are some gritty dudes.
They were, man. It was. Coach Forbes has always been really nice to me in all my interactions with him. I think they ran a first class regional and they competed their tails off, and they put themselves in a spot to go 2-0 throughout what they did throughout the whole season, and to be able to host that regional and ultimately have to be beat twice on their home field is a challenging thing to do.
And it's not the end goal. And it's not the end goal or the main goal, but the Pirates helped knock out another SEC team, which puts a giant smile on my face. But you look at it, Brandon. I gave him a C, and I was probably a tough grader at the end of the regular season for ECU. I thought we were about 7 or so wins short of what we normally are. A few wins short what we normally are in conference. But after seeing that regional, that bumps it up to a B, probably a B plus. Because again, you go co-conference champions, you go tournament champions, you go regional final. I mean, that's a hell of a resume at the end of the year.
Yeah, I mean, especially with losing the guys that they lost early on, and just the arms that weren't in the picture, that weren't able to come in and throw. Pretty damn impressive, man. For just what were they able to do and how they were able to stay so close together and fight for each other. You could tell they were a close knit group and really fought for each other. It was like I said, it was fun to watch and to be a part of.
ECU eliminated, and then about 7 minutes later, UCLA eliminated from the NCAA tournament. Man, talked about them all last week and throughout the year, and to see them lose. Hell, they should have lost the day prior. They had to hit 2 solo home runs and tie the game up in the ninth against Virginia Tech. But it's baseball. Baseball's different than any other sport, and we found that out again.
I think it just goes to show. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Vandy was the number 1 overall seed last year, and they lost in the regional round. But again, to your point, it just shows you how hard it is to win college baseball baseball games, especially in the postseason. I mean, you got the best 64 teams in the country that the committee puts in there, and you got to go play. And certain guys are hot, and certain guys are not, and it's just you never know what's going to happen on any given day.
And like every year, we see some upsets, and Milwaukee advancing all the way to the regional final, and we'll see if they can beat Auburn one more time. That might be difficult. Tigers got them last night, but they'll be playing coming up later on. I love all the upset stories you get this time of year as well.
100%. We got a bunch of guys out here training in the lab right now. We got the St. John's Florida State game on. Went to grad school there and worked with Blanks, and a lot of those guys. Up at St. John's, they just hit a grand slam. I think they're up 4-2 maybe right now. So they got to be beaten twice in Tallahassee. So who knows what's going to happen.
We know the Johnnies. We know the Johnnies. They've played the Pirates a few times early in the year, and if nothing else, they can hit the baseball, and they have shown that this weekend in Tallahassee. Brandon Golden joining us. Brandon getting ready for the Supers now, and I don't know, now that your Pirate favoritism is out, any teams in particular, any players, any coaches you're going to be following closely the rest of the way?
I don't think any specific group. I'm just going to enjoy watching college baseball and appreciating it for what it is, and just understanding the difficulty of it, and just trying to teach the kids that are out here in our facility how hard it is to play at this level, and then enjoy it with my kids too, and teach them a little bit about it and what it all takes to continue to play baseball in the month of June.
How tough is it just to get out? So you look at these scores, and they get pretty outrageous. Which and East Carolina doesn't play in a ton of those games. They're able to kind of. I mean, even North Carolina scoring 7 runs or 9 runs. It's not great. It's not great, but it's not terrible either. When you look at these other scores out there, these things get into the teens and 20s.
Quickly. It's just, man. It's to your point. It can be impressive at times where offenses can jump on guys. Guys are having to throw on shorter rest than they're used to. It's just a completely different feel and environment. As soon as that selection shows over, man, it's a whole different world, and it's time to go out there and see what these guys are made of. But yeah, it could be a more fun time of year. Could be a more fun time of year just to watch college baseball's top talent compete at the highest level.
We'll talk here in the coming weeks, Brandon, as summer leagues getting underway. But I've talked to a lot of former Pirates that say that that's some of their most fun baseball. It kind of takes them back a little bit to maybe the Little League or Babe Ruth or whatever days where you're playing, it's competitive, but it's also a lot of fun. And guys say they can really work on things and play pretty loose in summer ball.
For sure, we got a couple guys that that we consult with that are playing, and we're working on different things. We're trying not necessarily a completely different arm slot, but just a different look to their current repertoire and their arsenal in general. So it's to your point. It's go out there and figure out what we can do, and continue to have the things that you do at the highest level stay at a high level. But if we can bring some of those other attributes that may not be at the elite level, let's work on those, and it's a great time for it. And most of these guys are in cool places, and they're experiencing something that they would never experience without summer baseball.
While you were at the ballpark, I was watching everything on Squeeze Play. So I don't know if you've seen clips, but several ejections. There was a bat flip by a big time player. I should say a bat flip after a strikeout, not a home run. There was also a taunting call on a Georgia home run. Did you see any of those?
I saw the Georgia one when I got back. I was doing something around the house, and I saw it on Instagram. They were asking the Liberty coach what happened, and he was saying he's not going to take blame for it. But I looked into it, and it's kind of tough to tell. But it's such a hard thing to do. And throw a kid out, but I wasn't there. I don't really have a whole lot of reference. I just saw something on social media, so I don't really have a whole lot of insight on what should or shouldn't have happened at that point. But
everything's a lesson. I guess a lesson in just keeping your composure, and we're going to need you for after this at bat, right?
1,000,000%. Everybody's emotions are high, whether it's coaches, players, officials. There's just a lot of intensity in the air, and trying to be as mature as you can, so you don't put yourself in a negative situation. But to your point, good learning experience for a lot of people, and hopefully some of the younger kids and guys that maybe aren't playing this past weekend to see you can do certain things and you can't do others.
baseball on now, baseball on tonight, and then we got a little hockey between now and the Super Regionals. Canes trying to win the Stanley Cup like they did 20 years ago. BG.
It should be pretty cool. Game one, correct me if I'm wrong, but Tuesday, and see what happens. See what happens. Should be a pretty fun environment.
Fired up. All right, Brandon, I appreciate you joining us. We'll give you the rest of the week off. How about that? And we'll catch up with you next Monday and see who's going to Omaha, man.
Sounds good. We'll do it.
All right, there is Brandon Golden joining us on today's edition of Pirate Radio Live. We'll take a break, come back, get our Pirates in the Pros report. Isaiah Winstead, Moss and folks out there. You'll hear that and some baseball highlights when we return. We've got Georgia Tech up 7-4 on Oklahoma. Texas won the softball game over Tennessee. I think it's going to be Texas Tech Bama tonight in the College Softball World Series. So we got baseball and softball coming up tonight. Looking forward to hockey on Tuesday night on the Buck scoreboard. We're back with you with Pirates in the Pros after this.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is closer than you think, right outside your front door. With service from American Airlines, you're now connected to destinations around the world, all from PGV. Skip the long lines. Avoid the congestion of larger airports. Fly local and enjoy a faster, easier travel experience. Whether it's business or your next getaway, Pitt Greenville Airport gets you there with ease. Start your journey today at flypgv.com or AA.com. Pitt Greenville Airport. Fast, convenient, and close to home, where the Pirates fly.
Cuccinella's has been serving up handcrafted pizzas with their family recipe since 1932. If you're in the mood for something different, explore the brand new pastas like the chicken parm, chicken alfredo, or penne marinara. Cuccinella's also has salads, grinders, and house-made Italian ice and Italian ice lemonades. Greenville's hometown pizzeria is Cuccinella's. 2 locations with pickup or delivery, and ready for your order now at cuccinellas.com. Go Pirates!
When it comes to protecting your home, don't gamble with just any roofer. Trust the pros at the Boone Group Roofing. Locally owned by Toot Boone, they've been serving all of Eastern North Carolina with honest, high-quality roofing you can count on. They offer no money down, and every job is backed by a 5-year workmanship warranty because your roof should be done right the first time. Don't wait. Call today at 252-714-0021 for a roof that's built to last and service you can trust. The Boone Group Roofing is on top of their game.
The Toot Boone Boogie! It's Budweiser's 150th anniversary, and we're celebrating with a Heritage Can Series that honors our legacy of being made of America. Collect all 4 designs. For 150 years, this Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026. Anheuser-Busch. Budweiser Lager Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Carolina Eagle Distributing is celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. For 150 years, Budweiser has been the heart of America beer culture, bringing people together across generations. Cheers to 150 years. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989.
Play ball! Greenville, it's time to play ball. The Greenville Yard Gnomes are back, and tickets are on sale now. Bring the whole family out for big hits, wild promotions, and non-stop fun all night long. From fireworks to theme nights, every game is an experience you don't want to miss. Cold drinks, great food, and the best atmosphere in town. Don't wait till it's sold out. Grab your seats now. Get your tickets today at yardgnomesbaseball.com or at the box office.
Close your eyes and picture this. Sizzling fajitas hitting the table, fresh seafood bursting with flavor, and a handcrafted margarita waiting in your hand. That's the experience waiting for you at La Tavara Mexican Kitchen and Seafood on 10th Street in Greenville. From brunch with friends to a quick lunch break, La Tavara brings the taste of the coast and the heart of Mexico together in every bite. So when you're hungry for something fresh and unforgettable, make it La Tavara Mexican Kitchen and Seafood, 10th Street in Greenville, or online at latavara.restaurant.com.
The NU in New Blue stands for Next Up, and with their Next Up mentality, they are staying hungry to go the extra mile just for you, humbly learning through continuous training and a commitment to remain focused on working smart to deliver a new level of service excellence. Next Up means doing the small things right because your home deserves it. Whether it's plumbing, electrical, or HVAC issues, New Blue is next up and ready to help. Visit callnublue.com or call 252-228-5855. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. Go Pirates!
Looking for a zero-turn mower? Buy what the pros buy, where the pros buy at Ron Ayers Motorsports, your local authorized Hustler dealer. Shop the full lineup of Hustler residential zero-turn mowers, known for their reliability, speed, and heavy-duty build quality. Hustler mowers all feature thick fabricated decks, one-piece steel frames, and Hustler's trademark smooth track steering. Come see us today at Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville.
This is former ECU baseball player and mayor of Greenville, PJ Connolly, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
This July 4th.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. If you're cruising around town or headed out for a weekend adventure, make sure you're riding in something you can count on from Capital Subaru of Greenville. From brand new Subarus with legendary all-wheel drive to quality pre-owned vehicles, Capital Subaru has your back. Stop by Capital Subaru of Greenville today or visit capitalofgreenville.com. Capital Subaru, love what you drive. Now let's head back into PRL. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
Alrighty, back with you on a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Man, we haven't even discussed this. Almost 3 hours into a 3-hour show, but some monster moves in the NFL today. The Browns, this one came out of nowhere to me. I have to ask J-Bone or if any of you in the chat know, has there been any discussion about Myles Garrett moving? The Browns traded two-time NFL Defensive Player of the Year Myles Garrett to the Rams for a Pro Bowler, Jared Verse, and multiple draft picks. So Myles Garrett, I saw something about it. If the NFL did a fantasy-style draft and every team started from zero, who would be the first non-quarterback selected in that draft? And saw a lot of Myles Garrett, and for the people that didn't take Myles Garrett, it was just due to age and went Will Anderson from the Texans or another route, Jamar Chase or somebody. But Myles Garrett getting a little up there, but is still uber productive, and now will be traded to a real contender in the NFC. So that's kind of scary. The Browns trading Myles Garrett to the Rams. There is a NFC star heading to the AFC, and A.J. Brown will be playing for his former Tennessee Titans coach Mike Vrabel. A.J. Brown traded to New England for a first-round pick in 2028, a fifth-round pick in 2027. So A.J. Brown, another weapon for Drake May. There's been seemingly a lot of drama between Brown and maybe Hurts and the Eagles offense and all that. So they rid themselves of A.J. Brown, and the Patriots needed Drake May, a target out there, and they get one. All right, let's get our Pirates in the Pros. Pirates in the Pros. A lot of great baseballers here. Carter Cunningham, Moylan, Burley, Savage, to name a few, but also Isaiah Winstead. Little football in the mix as well. Shirley, let's hear it.
Line drive right center down for a hit. This will score a run. Here comes Sharp. He'll score with ease. Cunningham wants a double, and he gets there. A two-out RBI two-bagger.
Now he leads from second. Heel is at first, the 1-0. Swung on, ripped, past to diving Hernandez at first and into the right field corner. Drake gets the wave around third and scores as Wolko picks it up, guns it toward the infield, relay throw, home, safe.
Lead things off in the ninth inning. First pitch, hits one high in the air and deep to right field. Smith going back at the warning track, at the wall, looking up, it is gone! Leadoff home run in the ninth inning for Josh Moylan. His second of the week and sixth of the year. And it's now 10-6 Bowling Green.
Slugs this one into right field. Could score the game's first
The Cardinals take a 1-0 lead.
Popped up, left field side, Happ on the move, and that's going to bounce in front of him. He never got there. A possible rundown, but the Cubs weren't aware at second base. Burleson staggered between first and second. It's 3-0 Cardinals.
2-2. Fastball in there for strike 3 call. Yes, Savage freezes Pete Alonso to get out of it and strands a runner at third in the process. At the end of 1, no score.
Pressure comes. Perry steps away from the first rush. Looking downfield with a flag down. Perry will heave this one to the middle of the field, and that pass is somehow caught. How did it end up in the hands of Isaiah Winstead? From the 14. Perry to the end zone. Jump ball. It's caught. Isaiah Winstead. What a drive for the Kings wide receiver.
All right, there is your Pirates in the pros. Great to see Isaiah Winstead showing out in the UFL, and hopefully this is a great showcase for him, and he can make an NFL training camp and just play football the entire 2026 calendar. That'd be great. Shirley, do we have one more break? I believe we do. Let's take that break. We'll come back, get ready to wrap things up here on a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this timeout.
But where you live shouldn't be. At Pirates Cove, you get your own quiet space and private bathroom. With 2 pools, a fitness center, EV chargers, the only student property with a new soccer mini pitch field, a business room for focus, and a quick ride to campus. No dorms, no drama, just the lifestyle you're looking for. Pirates Cove isn't just where you stay, it's where you live.
This July 4th, celebrate America's 250th in the original Washington, where history comes to life. Festivities begin Friday, July 3rd at 4:30 p.m. with the grand opening of the city's brand new History Museum. On Saturday, kick off the day with the Founding Fathers 5K at 8 a.m., explore history exhibits, and enjoy free trolley rides from 10 to 2, and live music from 7 to 9 p.m. Then look to the skies for a spectacular fireworks show at 9:15 p.m. Come walk through 250 years of history, celebration, and community, right here in the original Washington. Learn more at visitwashingtonnc.com.
Looking for Washington's favorite place to eat? The spot locals keep coming back to. Head to Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Now open 7 days a week, Down on Main is serving up all your favorites. From the house salad with grilled chicken, to the half club and chips, to the crowd-pleasing fried shrimp plate. After a long day, unwind with dinner and drinks on the patio. It's the perfect place to relax and catch up with friends. And don't miss Wednesdays, half-price wings from 4 till close. Down on Main Street, right on Main Street in historic downtown Washington.
Play it again, sport. Buy, sell, trade. Great deals never felt so good. So good, so good, so good. I saved a bunch of cash. Buy, sell, trade. Using my gear like I never knew I could. Play It Again Sports. Buying and selling new and used sporting and fitness equipment for over 27 years right here in Greenville. Located on Greenville Boulevard across from the Nissan dealership.
Eastern North Carolina's newest concert destination is here. It's Carolina Crossroads Amphitheater, a brand new state-of-the-art outdoor amphitheater with room for 30,000 fans. Reserve your seat or grab a spot on the lawn and enjoy food trucks, vendors, cold beer, and cocktails all night long. It's just a short drive away right off I-95 in Roanoke Rapids.
On June 19th, country hitmaker Cole Swindell brings his chart-topping catalog to the stage. Don't miss a night of high-energy country music at Carolina Crossroads. For tickets, visit carolinacrossroadsamp.com.
If you're hungry for a great steak with honest-to-goodness flavor, head over to Larry's Steakhouse, open Monday through Saturday at 11 a.m., serving up hand-cut, aged ribeyes, tender grilled salmon, bold grilled shrimp, and juicy grilled pork chops, all right off the flame. Pile your plate high with a 25-item salad bar. Try one of our hearty daily lunch specials. Larry's Steakhouse, good food, good folks and a good time. Located at 2800 East 10th Street across from the old Highway Patrol Station. Call 751-6510 for takeout and reservations. Larry's Steakhouse.
A pepperoni pizza for the table.
Thank you.
May I suggest trying it with our Pepsi Zero Sugar? It has just the right amount of sweetness to complement all that cheesy, saucy goodness, while the carbonation and notes of citrus enhance the flavor profile. Simply divine.
Pepsi Zero Sugar? You've really outdone yourself this time. Pizza deserves Pepsi.
Miss, your burger is served.
Thank you.
And if I may suggest a pairing, this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. The sweetness of Pepsi perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger, while the citrus and carbonation elevates the taste for a truly stunning flavor profile. Bon appetit.
Now that is one perfect combination. If this is how the other half lives, I could get used to this. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
This is Tyler Sneed, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Eagle Distributing, celebrating 150 years of Budweiser all year long. This Bud's for you from Carolina Eagle, serving the Pirate Nation since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The Dow started off the week up 46 points and closed at 51,078. The NASDAQ was ahead 114 points at 27,086, and the S&P was up 19 at 7,599. That is your Wells Fargo Advisor Stock Market Report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's your host, Clip Brock.
All right, a few minutes left to go. Georgia Tech up 2 on Oklahoma in the 8th inning as they play down in Atlanta, 7-5, that score. Got some games coming up at 6 o'clock. And I'll just kind of recap everything for you right now. Cal Poly wins the Los Angeles Regional. They await the winner of West Virginia and Kentucky. They played a wild one last night. They'll play another wild one coming up in Morgantown in a few minutes. A lot of these games getting underway at 6 o'clock. Little Rock wins the Hattiesburg Regional. They await the winner of Florida and Troy, as each of those teams have a loss. That one coming up. North Carolina awaiting the winner of Texas A&M and USC. USC put it on the Aggies last night. Ole Miss awaiting the winner of Auburn and Milwaukee. Milwaukee started the regional 2-0, lost to Auburn last night. Can the Panthers pull off another upset and advance? Kansas awaits the winner of Georgia Tech, Oklahoma. Georgia Tech has the 2-run lead late in that game. It'll be Alabama and St. John's. St. John's knocking off Florida State earlier today in Tallahassee, and they will face the Alabama Crimson Tide. Texas won their regional, and Oregon won their regional. They will face off in a super and an SEC matchup, Georgia and Mississippi State, as they cruise to Super Regional. So that's what it looks like. Still some games to go coming up on a Regional Championship Monday. I appreciate y'all tuning in today on this Monday. We'll be back with you Tuesday, 3 o'clock. All new edition of Pirate Radio Live. Shirley Rhodes, appreciate you. Intern Victor, thank you, sir. Intern Avery, fantastic work as always. For the crew, I am Clip Brock. We will talk to you Tuesday. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening.